What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dusty Smith Show, episode 2. Hell yeah, greatest show on earth. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate the new theme song. That's from the band Fuck Knuckle. The name of my own theme song, so I don't get fucking copyrighted. Hope everybody's doing tonight. All right, tonight. Holy shit, guys. I got such a good fucking show for you guys tonight. It's unbelievable. It's only been 4 days. How is so much shit happening in 4 days? Let me show you this shit. It's unfucking believable. That's not it. Fuck off. Gotta click on that to tweet that out. Look at all this shit. Gonna be a long show tonight. Probably 2+ hours. I'm going to try to barrel through this. If you've never watched this show before, it is the most fast-paced podcast in the goddamn world. I pick 50+ subjects and we barrel through them like nobody else does. So, hell yeah. And as always, we have 10 cats. 10 cats in this room right now, which is what makes it so exciting. So if you see the camera bounce up and down, it's because the cats are running all over shit, making noise, fucking shit up as they're wont to do. So it's all good. So what you guys up to? Did you have a good week? It's Friday. Gotta kill Trump on Friday. Just kidding. I don't wish him death. Wink. POTUS and the FLOTUS. Dusty, it's me. It's the DOUST. Why? Why? Because I love you. Nah. Good night, Dusty, and hi, everyone. Hey, what's going on, Kinky? Good to see you. Is America great again yet? We'll see. We'll see if Corona does its job. Strap in, you guys. Hell yeah. Gonna be an amazing show. Let me read the super chats. First, let me go e-begging. I got a big new Patreon right before I came on the show. It's like $130. I don't know who it is. I don't want to look because I don't want to out you if you don't want your name known. But I'm going to look and let me move this over here and look, see who the hell it is. You might not even tell me. I don't even know where the fuck to look in this thing. I'm bad at Patreon. I'm bad at making money, dudes. Anyway, I'll find out for the next show. I wasn't prepared for that. But thank you, whoever it was. And if you want to support the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Codcast. There's a link in the description of the video. $1 or $2 a month. Whatever you can afford. It all adds up. If you like the show, please consider supporting it. Because I work my ass off on the show. It's the best fucking show, so you should support it. And as always, super chatty chats. Like the show. I read every super chat during the show. So if you want to immortalize yourself forever in the super chats, cats making noises, destroying my house. It's all good. I don't give a shit. Corey Davis, $5. Have some moolah. I will, Corey Davis. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Jay Hansen, $4.99. What's the best thing about Melania going into quarantine with Donald Trump? Is the first time she's ever been positive around him. I think he went to the hospital without her, so I don't think they're even quarantined together anymore. Guys, would you stop moving? Already moving my shit. Already destroying my show like they do every time. Appreciate that. Breaking Bad 094, $4.99. Hey! Get off my computer, dude. The cat wants to go unplug my computer. They unplugged it earlier. Now they keep trying to get back behind to unplug the motherfucker. Why? I just want to fuck up my show. Keep me on my toes. Because it's not hard enough to do this show already without 10 cats running fucking around. Anyway, makes it fun, right? Breaking Bad 094, $4.99. Anybody with a heart hopes the Trumps don't die of COVID. I don't know about that. I got a big fucking heart. That guy's asked for it. Like, he begged to fucking die of COVID. He's done everything he can fucking do to die of COVID. And he's taken a lot of fucking people with him. You know, he's killed a lot of people. Trump is a mass murderer. So do I feel bad? Like, I want him to live because I want him to lose the election and go to prison. I would much rather see him in prison than get an easy way out and die. But would I cry or feel bad at all if Trump dies? Fuck no. That motherfucker deserves it as much as any goddamn body ever has. But seriously, imagine being a fly on the wall of the quarantine. I truly can't. I can. He's fucking panicking right now. At his age range, there's a 5 to 6% chance of death. And now it's finally him, and he's fucking scared as shit. Don't care fucking shit about anybody else. About all the harm he's done. About all the death he's spread. But now that it's him, he's fucking panicking like a little bitch, and it's glorious. I hope he's scared. I hope he's frightened. I hope finally he knows what everybody else he spread and helped kill felt like. Brandon Hubert, $7.99, had a little extra and wanted to spread the love. Well, thank you, Brandon. Appreciate that. I feel the love. Thanks for the hard work you do. As for Trump being in the hospital, it is what it is. I know it. I don't really care, do you? As Melania would say. Joseph Gonzalez, $4.99. No, all we need is Mike Pence to get COVID-19 and we can save the USA. Yeah. I don't think Mike Pence has a very good chance of staying president very long, so even if he was for a brief time, it's not that big of a deal. And Elijah Miller, I hope you got my letter. Hey, thank you. I don't want you to think I'm not grateful. I think you sent it to the old address instead of the new address, and I haven't been by there this week. I'm going to by there tomorrow, but I'm very much appreciative. You send the best shit, and so I don't want you to think I'm not incredibly thankful for it, because I am, and I will message you tomorrow when I go get it. I really appreciate it. Sophia, what's up, Sophia? I have a tweet from you tonight, Sophia. I will be sharing that later with everybody. With Trump claiming he has COVID, peeps need to watch the film Bob Roberts. Let's say life is stranger than fiction. All right, I think I saw it a long time ago, but I don't remember anything about it, so I'll check that out. Caliph York, 15 pounds. Thank you, Caliph. Very generous. Trump is at very high risk. Yes, he's obese, elderly, and according to his tax returns, very low income. Thanks for the amazing content. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the treatment of somebody with low income. He's going to get the best goddamn treatment in the world. Because life's not fair. Thank you for that. And Steve R, $5. What's up, Steve? Good to see you tonight. Soldier of Science, $5. Does Hope Hicks get the Nobel Prize? Asking for a friend. She's the Reaper of Death, right? Depends on how many people she drops, but probably she should be nominated for it. Sophia Christina, if Trump dies, it might be a boost for champagne sales. Yep. It'd be terrible for the show. I gotta admit, he keeps things interesting. Just I hate him. Kenny the 8th is already on. Trump was airlifted to Walter Reed. Dusty. Yep, I saw that. We're going to cover that. I've been adding stuff to the show right up to the fucking start time. So craziness how much is going on. All right, dudes, we got us to go ahead and start the show. If we don't start it, we're never going to fucking finish it because there's so much. Or we're going to start right out with the Trump segment. That's going to be the bulk of the show tonight because there's so much that went on this week. Got a big show watch section after that, so stay tuned for that. But unfortunately, folks, Trump's your president. He's your president. He's the president. At least I assume he's still alive for right now. We'll see what happens. The night is young. It could go either way, really. So only been 4 days and all this shit happened. So let's start at the beginning. Let's start with the timeline of this week. First off, Trump was out there trying to spread fear about widespread voter fraud that doesn't actually exist because he's trying to interfere with our elections, destroy our elections, cast disparagements upon how fair our elections are, so then he can not concede the election, and then he could call on his Proud Boys to murder us all in the streets, apparently. So anyway, here's what he said, I think Tuesday maybe, talking about a bunch of ballots getting dumped in the river. Spoiler alert, it never happened.
You have to be very careful with the ballots. The ballots, that's a whole big scam. You know, they found, I understand, 8 ballots in a waste paper basket in some location. They found, it was reported in one of the newspapers that they found a lot of ballots in a river. They throw them out if they have the name Trump on it, I guess, but they had ballots.
No names on them.
Okay, well, they still found them in a river, whether they had a name on it or not, but the other ones had.
So he just making shit up, folks. They found him in a river. I don't know what that was. Some cat shit going on behind me. They found all these ballots in the river. It proves I was running along. The voting is all fraudulent and shit. And so they asked, like, none of the reporters knew what the fuck he's talking about because he just makes this shit up. So they asked his press secretary, what the fuck is he talking about? What river? No. Cece. No. Get away from my computer. Get away. There's no reason for you to be over there. Sorry about that, folks. Cats everywhere. They're trying to sabotage the show, and it hasn't even just got started. So they ask her, what fucking river are you talking about? We ain't heard no reports about no ballots in the river. That's what she said.
Criticized the mail-in voting process quite a bit over the last few weeks. The other day, he said they found a lot of ballots in a river. Who is they?
What the president was referring to are something that we've seen just in the last 7 days, where in Wisconsin there were trails of May ending up in a ditch. That's, I believe, the specific he was referring to, and that included absentee ballots.
Now it's changed. It was in a ditch, not a river. Because Trump, with his great memory, I get the best memory ever. I'm so smart. Can't remember this between a ditch and a river, even though, spoiler alert, neither of this shit happened.
Specifically, in this particular statement, though, who is they that found those ballots, and where is this river anywhere in this country?
The local authorities. It was a ditch in Wisconsin that they were found, and I can get the article to your inbox if you'd like. And beyond that,
if he misspoke, that's fine.
No,
so
that's
he
I believe
he meant
that's what the president was referring to. And you're missing the forest for the trees here. The point is.
So anyway, he didn't misspeak when he said river, but he meant a ditch because they're the same fucking thing. Well, like I said, Never fucking happened. Mail found. God damn it, I gotta turn my ad blocker off. Ad blocker off, motherfucker. Mail found in Greenville ditch did not include any Wisconsin ballot. So it was erroneously reported. I guess a cop, some cop said that there were some ballots in there, but cops are fucking liars. And of course, the Trump administration doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just listen to anything that forge their narrative. So start right out this week with a lie. Never happened. And then he went right into his racism today. You know, they've spent $10,000 apparently on ads already, demonizing Somalia refugees, which are the exact people we should be helping. The people from war-torn countries who are trying to make a better life for themselves and their families. Hell yes. Anybody who has any empathy whatsoever, that's the kind of people you want to help. But, of course, Trump is evil as shit, and his followers are racist as fuck. So here he is trying to scare you with the very people we should be helping.
We've got to change it. Who's going to do what we've done for you? Right? Another massive issue for Minnesota is the election of Joe Biden's plan to inundate your state with a historic flood of refugees.
Naked racism. Nobody can say he's not being racist. He's trying to make you scared of brown people, black people. 100% that's what happened here.
Biden and crazy Bernie Sanders.
Boo. All these crazy racists are booing refugees. So fucking Christian. They're just goddamn evil. If he dies, he dies. The fuck. And so here he is, and a little bit later, laughing, making jokes about the coronavirus right as it kills 200,000 people.
Coronavirus, doesn't it sound like Italy? A beautiful villa, you have a beautiful corona.
Yeah. Doesn't coronavirus sound so beautiful? I mean, it didn't, but tonight it's sounding a little bit more beautiful, to be honest with you. Now that I know you got it, motherfucker. And then the debates happened. Oh my God. If you watch the debates, I'm sorry. What a fucking amazingly horrific dumpster fire. I was goddamn angry, folks, because this shit's serious. Lives are on the fucking line. And all it was Trump talking over Joe Biden, not letting him get a word in and just lying his ass off over and over and over again. But first off, look at the difference in the way their wives treat them. It's so weird. You can tell that Trump's wife hates his fucking guts. So here's Joe Biden and his wife hugging each other up. And here's Trump, look, trying to jerk her head. And she's like, you don't want to be jerked, motherfucker. He's so insecure. He knows that she fucking hates his guts. You know, he married a gold digger. Oops. Yeah, you get what you pay for, I guess. And so here's the scary part, folks. It seems fairly likely that Trump might have known he had coronavirus or suspected highly he had coronavirus before he even went to these debates. That's how little he gives a shit about other people's lives. This is Chris Wallace explaining that Trump was late, supposedly purposely late, to the debates. They had already agreed to show up early so they could be tested for COVID-19, but he mysteriously showed up late and couldn't be tested in time, so they wanted the honor system. Imagine having an honor system for a goddamn Donald Trump, a human being incapable of honor.
Was that I arrived on Sunday. I think you arrived on Monday. They didn't arrive till Tuesday afternoon. So for them to get tested, there wouldn't have been enough time to have the test and have the debate at 9 o'clock that night. They didn't show up until 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, there was an honor system when it came to the people that came into the hall from the two campaigns.
Mistake number one, no honor among goddamn Trump and Trump fucking supporters whatsoever. And so, yeah, it's possible that Donald Trump got Joe Biden sick with coronavirus. Now, Joe Biden did test negative for the coronavirus today, but it takes a couple days to actually get in your system sometimes. And this guy did an analysis on the likelihood he might have infected Joe Biden. He was continuously interrupting him, continuously looking at him, spitting goddamn bullshit lies his way. So this motherfucker might have infected. Who knows? He might have done it on purpose, folks. I mean, Trump is a fucking psychopath. It seems likely he knew he had it. And this is the way they behaved. They showed up, him and his family. They wore their mask at first, and as soon as they sat down, they all took their mask off. Because they cannot stand to be responsible enough to be good leaders. They do not give a shit about the American people. And they knew they very likely had it at this point. Here he is during the debate making fun of Joe Biden. Like I said, he very likely knew he already had it. And yet he's still making fun of Joe Biden in this debate for wearing a mask.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I don't wear a mask like him.
I can't believe how much he wears a mask. How insane of him to wear a mask. Yeah, he probably don't get COVID like you. Now you all scared, motherfucker. I saw when he was going on his chopper, he was wearing his mask now. Now they're all wearing masks. We'll show you that in a minute, pretending. Before we get there, during the debates, Biden dropped an inshallah, which was delighted by the Muslim community. Now, apparently, some people say that's not what he says. It sounds like that's what he says to me. For those of you who don't know, I learned this myself. Inshallah means when Allah wills it. So it was basically a clown line where he's clowning old Trump.
Millions of dollars, and you'll get to see it. And you'll get to see it. But let me just tell you, Chris, let me just say something.
Yeah, when we would see your healthcare plan. Inshallah, when Allah wills it. On! So that got heavily tweeted by the Muslim community. And then just before the debates began, the FBI, who has been fighting Trump, his own FBI has been fighting him because he's lying about the hate crimes and the biggest danger for violence in this country. So his own FBI has to leak out these reports that show that he's refusing to condemn right-wing violence, but the FBI is saying it's very possible that there's going to be an uprising of right-wing violence and lots of murder over the elections. And they're just outright saying he's trying to hide it. He's trying to make it look like Antifa are the evil ones and downplay white supremacist violence because he knows that's his base. And it is his base. I'm about to show you. And so they straight up asked him during the debate to condemn white supremacy and the Proud Boys. And here's the interaction that they had.
Criticized the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared to specifically
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what do you
That's
say?
Literally against what his FBI is saying. How much video have I shown you of right-wing violence?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
Who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what.
Stand back and stand by. So it's pretty clear what he means here by stand by, folks. Stand back for now, but stand by because I might need you to murder all my left-wing enemies if I decide not to concede the presidency. So he's about to tell them to stand by and then blame Antifa.
Name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
right like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing.
FBI director
This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacist. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got to be
not
kidding.
malicious. That's what his FBI. His FBI.
Yep, it sure is what his FBI director said, but he don't give a fuck, folks. And so the Proud Boys and the white supremacists that love Trump heard this loud and clear. They knew exactly what he was saying, exactly what he meant. Here is Joe Biggs, who's an organizer for the Proud Boys. Trump basically said to go fuck them up. This makes me so happy. Standing by, sir. President Trump told the Proud Boys to stand by because someone needs to deal with Antifa. Well, sir, we're ready. Yeah, just give us the order and we'll murder your enemies for you. Proud Boys shout at the president debate. Yep. They was happy as shit about it. And the white nationalists on 4chan. Now, look, folks, I know that some of these people are trolls, quote unquote trolls. I know they just do this to shit post, but a lot of these people literally are white supremacists, and they use, oh, it's just a joke, man, to hide behind and to organize. We've seen this over and over. We've seen them kill people from the 4chan and the 8chan board. So here's the kind of shit they were saying on 4chan. I'm so ready to kill as many as possible before my inevitable death. Please, God, I want bombs and shit going off. Guy Trump refused to give in to the kike's demands. Stand by and stand down. Truly a man of culture. Stand by. Proud Boys, stand by. Slaughtering leftists in droves will not be a punishable crime 2 months from now. Some scary ass shit, dude. It's like the night of the long knives. It's Nazi shit. Yep, I'm thinking Trump is the Fuhrer again, standing by. Kill squad standing by. Stand back and stand by. Do it. Trump based as fuck. Gear up. Laughing my ass off. Trump handled that one so fucking well. Stand down and stand by. Holy shit. Best moment of the night. Even more of this shit, folks. Oh, based. Oh, wow, he did. How did I miss that completely? Stand back and stand by. Nice Antifa necktie. And just lots of other ones, folks. I could read you. It went on and on. Base, get ready. Stand down and stand by. They're ready to murder all of us at a moment's notice if they believe Trump has given them the go-ahead. Even more, Proud Boys. Kill Quad standing by. Yep, I think Trump is... I read that. Yes, sir, Vice President standing by. Ohio. Yep, right leader standing by. And here they are praising Kyle Rittenhouse. We will be the last stand of protecting the White House from Antifa and BLM. Folks, this is during a goddamn presidential debate. Tell me fascism isn't alive in our country. And so immediately, they started putting out clothing, merchandise. Donald Trump gives Proud Boys a new slogan. As standby merchandise appears. Yeah, they didn't waste any time to make fucking money off their standby merchandise. We hear you loud and clear, President. And within minutes, they were bragging about how their numbers were swelling because of what he said. Some claim to see a spike in new recruits. Yeah, no shit. This is exactly what Donald Trump inspires. This is exactly what he attracts. But, you don't have to believe what Trump says, folks, because Ben Shapiro's got it figured out, right? Ben Shapiro's got it all figured out. You don't have to listen to Trump. You should never listen to Trump, what he says, because Trump can't be taken seriously, right? Yeah, but he should, I think he still should be president, even though I don't take him seriously, and I think he bullshits constantly. For some reason, I still want him to be president.
First 10 seconds of this clip, sure, twice, sure. And then he says again, sure, I'm willing to do that. And then Trump turns, right? He turns and he swivels and he says, I don't understand why we're talking about right-wing violence in cities that are being dominated by left-wing violence.
Because your FBI director came out and said that is the biggest threat.
I don't understand this. Why aren't we talking about BLM? Why aren't we talking about Antifa? That is a perfectly legitimate point. Okay, and then Wallace, because he was terrible the other night, decides that he's going to double down on this. Yes, sir, but will you conduct... He already did twice. He said sure, 2 times. If he wanted to say no, he would just shake his head, or he would say no. You think Donald Trump is unwilling to say things that piss people off? He does it all the time.
Yes, I think Donald Trump knows what he has to say to get by, and he knows how to dog whistle to his base, obviously. What the fuck, dude?
Okay, but the fact is that he does condemn white supremacy. He does condemn these people who are committing violence in the cities if they are from the right. Okay, I'm sorry, but... Okay, so there's literally a 3-word thing that Trump says in the rest of this exchange that everybody on the left is hanging their hat on to claim that he is in fact...
Everybody on the left. Yeah, it was a bunch of white supremacists ready to kill people. They're the ones hanging on this. I just showed you, you lying fuck.
A white supremacist. Okay, and the only way that you can read this is if you think that Trump is exact with his language, which we all know he is not. It is amazing how the left, which fully understands that Donald Trump is wildly inexact with his language, that Donald Trump routinely says dumb crap.
He just said that Donald Trump says exactly what he thinks it means, and now he's saying he's wildly inexact with his language and doesn't actually say what he means. So he's literally saying the opposite in just a 30-second span.
Get super serious and meticulous about his literal language all the time. Now listen, I understand the left saying to people on the right, you know, you guys, you say that you should take him seriously, not literally, and that lets him that lets him basically say whatever he wants to say, and we're supposed to read into his words. But I don't even take him seriously. I've said this all along. I've been very consistent.
Then why do you want to be president?
I don't think that virtually anything Trump says ought to be taken seriously.
Then he should be president. What the fuck? Why would you want this clown that you can't take serious to be the leader of the free world? Because you're a fucking clown nobody should take serious? Obviously. And, folks, I usually don't play clips this long. But if you didn't see the debate, I think this is important. I'm going to play a lot of this. Because it does such a good job of just pointing out all the lies he told over and over again. And it's kind of breathtaking how many lies he told. And this lays it all bare for you. So if you didn't see it or you didn't hear the fact check afterwards, here it is for you.
By the way, I brought back Big Ten football. It was me, and I'm very happy to do it. Portland, the sheriff just came out today, and he said, I support President Trump.
Nope. In tonight's President Day, the president said the Portland sheriff supports him. I have never supported Donald Trump, and I will never support him.
He wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. And there's 100 million people who have pre-existing conditions, and they'll be taken away as well.
The 100 million people is totally wrong. I don't know where you got that number.
A Department of Health and Human Services study says as many as 133 million people have pre-existing conditions and are thereby at risk of losing care.
The bigger problem that you have is that you're going to extinguish 180 million people with their private health care that they're very
That's
happy
simply
with.
Not true. Biden's plan would not eliminate private insurance. It would simply give Americans the option to buy a government-run plan.
They said it would
This
take a
guy is
miracle to bring back manufacturing. I brought back 700,000 jobs.
No, you didn't. As of August, the U.S. had lost 237,000 manufacturing jobs under Trump. Even before the pandemic-fueled recession, only 483,000 manufacturing jobs, not 700,000, had been added under Trump.
The 200,000 people that have died on his watch.
And if you were here,
Look,
it
here's
wouldn't be
the deal.
200, it would be 2 million people because you were very late on the draw. You
Late
didn't
on
want
the
me to
draw.
ban China, which was heavily infected. You didn't want me to ban
All right, gentlemen,
Europe.
Wrong. Biden never opposed restriction of travel from China or Europe. On April 3rd, Biden's team told CNN science supported this ban. Therefore, he did too. And again, Trump restricted travel, not banned it. Approximately 40,000 people flew to the U.S. from China in the 2 months following Trump's announcement of a travel restriction.
His own former spokesperson said, riots and chaos and violence help his cause. That's what this is all about.
I don't know who said that.
I do.
Who?
I think Kellyanne Conway.
I don't think she said.
She said that.
She did
more
say that.
chaos and anarchy and vandalism and violence reigns, the better it is for the very clear choice on who's best on public safety and law and order.
Take a look at what happened in Virginia and other places. They're not losing 2%, 1%, which, by the way, is too much. An election could be won or lost with that. They're losing 30 and 40%. It's a fraud.
Nope. There is no evidence that suggests any state has lost 30 to 40% of ballots. In fact, there is no evidence of widespread U.S. voter fraud, period. A Washington Post analysis of data from the 3 vote by mail states found 0.0025% of people might have voted twice or voted on behalf of the dead in the 2016 and 2018 general elections. The 3 states, Colorado, Oregon, and Washington, sent ballots by mail to every registered voter in their respective states and do so every election.
I'm cutting drug prices. I'm going with favored nations, which no president has the courage to do because you're going against Big Pharma. Drug prices will be coming down 80 or 90%.
They will? Question mark. Prescription drug prices are up 3% between February 2017 and August 2020. His favored nation executive order has not been implemented and is expected to impact just 7% of people on Medicare, and no one who is uninsured or gets coverage from their job.
Are you not
Hangers,
worried about
we
the
have
disease
a lot of
issue,
people.
sir?
Well, so far we have had no problem whatsoever. It's outside. That's a big difference, according to the experts.
There have been some problems. Trump has held 2 massive indoor rallies in recent months. Herman Cain died. After his June rally in Oklahoma, cases spiked to recorded highs locally. And Trump himself got it. Local health officials said the rally likely contributed to the rise. No shit. Super spreader events. Nevada health officials have predicted an increase in virus cases after he defied state rules and held an indoor rally there in September.
I want crystal clean water and air. I want beautiful clean air. We have now the lowest carbon. If you look at our numbers right now, we are doing phenomenally.
No, we aren't. The U.S. ranks 26th in the world for sanitation and drinking water, and 16th in the world for air quality. Of the more than 100 environmental laws and rules Trump rolled back, one of them was made to minimize pollution in public bodies of water. Trump also cut or undermined various Clean Air Act regulations.
But, sir, if you believe in the science of climate change, why have you rolled back the Obama Clean Power Plan, which limited carbon emissions in power plants? Why have you relaxed?
Because it was driving energy prices through the sky.
Why have...
False. Most of Obama's Clean Power Plan was never put into effect because it was temporarily stopped by the Supreme Court in 2016, and then Trump repealed it.
And I'm okay with electric cars, too. I think I'm all for electric cars. I've given big incentives for electric cars.
Not quite. Trump has repeatedly sought to get rid of the $7,500 tax credit for people who buy electric vehicles, including most recently in his formal 2020 budget request.
Take a look at West Virginia, mailmen selling the ballots. They're being sold.
Never happened. Postal workers are not selling ballots in West Virginia or elsewhere. However, in July, a West Virginia postal worker did plead guilty to attempted fraud for changing the political party on 5 primary ballot request forms from Democrat to Republican.
As you know, today there was a big problem. In Philadelphia, they went in to watch. They were called poll watchers, a very safe, very nice thing. They were thrown out. They weren't allowed to watch. You know why? Because bad things happen in Philadelphia. Bad things.
Question mark. Not only did the Trump campaign not have any approved poll watchers in Philadelphia as of this debate, but no polling places were actually open. Even if the Trump campaign had approved poll watchers in the area, they wouldn't have had the right to surveil the satellite election offices where Philadelphians were requesting and submitting ballots.
You say that's the end of it?
So just it's a fire hose of lying, folks. It's just amazing. The whole night was just him talking over Biden, not letting Biden get in a word in edgewise, and just lying his fucking ass off. So fucking infuriating. No fact checking whatso goddamn ever. How can anybody support this lying motherfucker? Nobody can. Nobody with integrity can look at this and support him. Fucking nobody. And they asked Biden straight up if he regretted calling Trump a clown and a liar. And this was his response.
You did call the president a, quote, fool, liar, clown, racist, Putin's puppy, and the worst president America has ever had, and you told him to shut up. Do you regret any of that?
No,
Why not?
because everything I said was true.
Yep, it was. Everything you said was true. That lying fuck. So infuriating to watch. But they did polls. Who won the debate? In every major poll, yep, Trump lost. Morning Consult, Biden 50%, Trump 34%. Data for Progress, Biden 52%, Trump 39%. CNN, PBS, Biden 60%, Trump 28%. CBS, YouGov, Biden 48%, Trump 41%, which obviously led Trump to tweet out, "I won the debate big based on compilation of polls, etc. Thank you!" 327,000 likes. Just, it doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter to these people. They don't give a fuck. And Tim Pool, of course, about to die of a copium overdose. We need to watch out for that dude. Trump won the debate for one reason. Oh, really? How's that? The conversation is almost entirely about what Trump did or did not say. Browsing social media, and you might be wondering if Biden was even there. It's either Orange Man bad or MAGA. Yeah, he did so terribly. Everybody talked repeatedly about how shit he's done, which means he won. The more people tell you how much of a loser you are, how pathetic you were in the debate, the more it means you win. It's just logic. Says millionaire Tim Pool with zero integrity in any bit of his body. And fucking David Silverman. Imagine watching that debate, watching all the lies Trump told, watching Trump embarrass himself and coming away saying, "I'm more firmly undecided. Kill me." God damn it, motherfucker. You are so pathetic, David Silverman. It's so fucking obvious what you're doing, dude. It's sad what you've become, but it's also hilarious, and please keep it up because I love destroying you over it. It's hilarious. And next up, Trump is threatening to, well, he was threatening. He's already got a built-in excuse now not to do the rest of the debates because now he has coronavirus, which is kind of convenient. But even before he announced his coronavirus, he was already threatening to pull out of the debates because they were such a shit show. They were going to change the rules to mute his microphone so anybody else could talk except for him. And he's like, "Why would I allow debate commission to change the rules for the second and third debates when I easily won the last time?" You lost ridiculously, but it doesn't matter what he says. And I agree with Aaron Rupar. Pulling out of the remaining debates would, to me, be a major sign of weakness and concession of defeat for either candidate. And I would be surprised if Trump did it. Well, he's going to do it now, I bet you. But this tweet seems to lay the groundwork for it. Yeah, the coronavirus sets the groundwork for it. So then after the debate was over, he got hammered over the Proud Boys shit. Over the fact they're all going public talking about how they're waiting for a sign from him to murder us all. And so they just asked him straight out again. And he still couldn't answer the question. Look at this, guys. They fucking straight out asked him, white supremacists clearly love you. True story, they do. Do you welcome that? And instead of answering, he's like, I want law and order. Just say no. What the fuck? This is incredible. The President of the United States, folks. Listen to this shit.
Let me follow up. White supremacists, they clearly love you and support you. Do you welcome that?
I want law and order to be a very important part. It's a very important part of my campaign. And when I say that, what I'm talking about is law enforcement the police have to take care. And they should stop defunding the police like they've done in New York, like they've done in New York. I just told you.
But you denounce them. Do you denounce
I've always denounced any form of any of that you have to denounce. But I also, Joe Biden has to say something about Antifa. It's not a philosophy. These are people that hit people over the head with baseball bats. He's got to come out and he's got to be strong.
Yeah, the white supremacists are murdering people all over the place. Yeah, somebody got hit with a bike lock a long time ago. Andy No-Go got punched in the face one time. Oh my, they're fucking murdering people all over the place, you son of a fuck. They're champing at the bit to do it again, and they're so desperate to explain away what he's saying, folks. Look how ridiculous this is. Here's his son. So Obama said, I guess, in 2013, President Obama, if we just stand by and do nothing in the face of immense change, understand that part of our character would be lost. Literally completely different context in every goddamn way for the word stand by. And he's like, did the phrase stand by have a different meaning to the media when Obama used it here? Yes, dude. Words have different meaning depending on the context you use them, obviously. Unlike you, he wasn't telling a terrorist group to stand by. This is so fucking pathetic. So finally, they asked him again. And he got it right this time. He finally unequivocally managed to denounce white supremacy and the Proud Boys on Fox News. Third, 300th times the charm, I guess. Here we go.
What you say won't make any difference. And I have to say, I've said it many times, and let me be clear again. I condemn the KKK. I condemn all white supremacists. I condemn the Proud Boys. I don't know much about the Proud Boys, almost nothing, but I condemn that. But he should condemn also Antifa. Antifa is a horrible group of people. They kill people. What they do to people, and they're causing insurrection. They're causing riots.
So he did condemn them, but then, of course, he has to change the subject to Antifa, because that's what he does. Yes, I have a Steam account. I'm Cult of Dusty 1 on there, or Cult of Dusty 2. I don't know. I'll have to look later. So he finally condemns the KKK and white supremacy and the Proud Boys. And oh my God, the Proud Boys went fucking nuts. They were licking his ball sack before, and then they just completely shattered. Get on the president's Twitter, tell him he fucked up. He works for us, the people, not the other way around. Completely melting down. Here's some more for the Proud Boys. Love to see it. Let us see him cry. Pettiness 2020. What a fucking bitch. The media will go all in with the white supremacists have been causing violence all summer narrative. Trump, the cuck, just gave them all the credibility they need. Yeah. Trump just condemned the Proud Boys. He caved to pressure. Wow. What a fucking cuck. $500 billion for N-words and stabbing your base in the back. How has Trump not learned apologizing is pointless? You can fight for Donald Trump in the streets and get murdered by Antifa. But at the end of the day, the orange, I guess, kike is this word. I'm pretty sure he's not Jewish, which is a slur for Jews. Only cares about Israel and his credibility, his celebrity, N-word friends. It's time to stop using terms like wignat and embrace reality, Trump bros. Trump's $500 billion in N-word gibs have already been forgotten, and he immediately was pressured by Fox News cancer to denounce white supremacists. Trump is gutless, so love to see it. At least he's finally making them cry. I'll give him a little pat on the back for that. And then next up, one of his main aides, Hope Hicks. Apparently, they've been in a little room together with him and all of his aides, and she's been helping him debate prep, and like she's always around. She's like I said, one of their main sycophants that's always hanging around Trump. There she is, going on Air Force One. After she had COVID, she caught COVID, and look, she's going to touch the handrail all the way up as all the rest of this Trump staff go all the way up next to her, holding the rail. Yeah, that's not great. I wonder how you guys got it. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. You're so fucking stupid. You're so stupid. And he knew she was positive. Like I said, he knew she was positive before he went to the debate. Knew he was likely also positive, but he still, regardless, went to his fundraising events. They had a $200,000 per couple fundraising event he went to. The president practices in a roundtable with supporters. The president delivers remarks at a fundraiser committee reception where they didn't wear masks, where they're in a room together, where he's like 2 feet from people right in their face, knowing he likely has it. He does not give a shit about you. Right now, he is getting the cutting edge medical treatment that none of you can get, that none of you can afford. But he knew, and he didn't give a shit about you $200,000 motherfuckers. Because all he cares about is himself. And here they are Saturday in the Rose Garden at the White House. This is, the fuck this guy's name? Mike Lee of Utah. This guy has COVID now. Look at him. Look at these fucking ignorant assholes. No social distancing, hugging, right up in each other's face. Yeah, give them all corona. Yeah, spread it around. Yeah, it's Chris Christie. Yeah. Who needs masks or social distancing? It's not like there's a global pandemic going on that's killed 200,000 people. They don't give a fuck if they get it. They don't give a fuck if they spread it to you. We have to get these motherfuckers out of office stat, goddammit. And then the chairwoman of the RNC tested positive for corona. They're all getting it, folks. All these ignorant assholes who think it's a sign of weakness to wear masks. They think they don't want to send the message to their base that they're virtue signaling, so they can't wear masks. So yeah, you're all going to get it. And who gives a fuck, right? And so finally, Trump admits it. Tonight, Flotus and I tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together. Yep, he got it, folks. He got it. He got it. No shocker, folks. He's literally been begging to fucking get this shit. He's done everything he fucking can to get this shit. Shut off my fucking thing. Cat, get off my computer. Get off me. She's going to shut my computer down. If the computer goes off, folks, I'll be back in just a minute. We need to get these cats out of here, I guess. They're being too fucking ornery. Don't fucking listen. That is not a happy cat. Yeah, just get her out of here for now. Take them in the other room. That was little Miss Yoda, little baby Yoda, being an asshole. Sorry about that. And so yeah, he got it. He got it. And folks, I think maybe it appears that the coronavirus has had some major changes on Trump pretty rapidly. You know, haters are gonna say this is fake, but nah.
And a lot of you motherfuckers think it's a joke. Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! Shit is real! Shit is getting real! Woo! Bitch, I'm scared.
Yep. So, I don't know. No wonder he went to Walter Reed so quickly. I think I would go to Walter Reed too if that had that changed so goddamn quick. And so next up, here's an artist representation of what it was like when Trump was meeting with Hope Hicks in that little room over and over again to practice his debates.
With your body count.
I'll make chicken because it's $1. That's all I can get with it.
$1? What happened to your voice?
2 McChickens.
2 McChickens.
Maybe 3.
Okay, you keep going up.
I have the coronavirus, that's why I don't have a voice. So clean the mic after this or you will get it.
Like, I have the coronavirus. Clean your mic out of this, you will get it. Bitch, why you wearing a mask? Why you out? What is wrong with you? Of course, he ain't wearing a mask either, so thoughts and prayers to all of that. And but I agree again with Aaron Rupert. This is basically murder. Trump is a murderer. He knows he's killing people. He don't give a shit. It's borderline criminal that Trump was aware he was exposed to the coronavirus by Hope Hicks, who tested positive on Wednesday, but he still traveled to his club for a fundraiser on Thursday where one attendee said POTUS came in contact with about 100 people and he was having symptoms. Yep, he knew it. He didn't give a shit. He just wanted that money. He don't care if you die, folks. He only worried about his own life. That's the way it always been with Trump, right? And another big brain millionaire Tim Pool giving his big brain takes. all of a sudden, people are now telling us that wearing a mask is supposed to protect us from the coronavirus. Well, it does minorly protect you, but it's mostly to protect the other people. And you want them to wear a mask to protect you. Obviously, we all know that. What the fuck are you talking? Acting like Trump not wearing a mask is why he got it. No, Trump not wearing a mask just means he could have been spread against others, you fucking idiot. Obviously, we know that. Of course, like I said, it does have a small percentage of helping you not to get it, but it's about not giving it to other people. That's why you wear a mask around others and they wear a mask around you, because you want to be responsible, mature adults, not to spread the shit around and have it spread to you. Fucking Brainiac Tim Pool gonna sail around the world on his giant fucking brain. This bald ass. And next up, they're so fucking shameless, folks. They don't give a fuck. This is the grift. Another Ben Shapiro tweet. Looking forward to all the kind-hearted expressions of sympathy to Trump and Melania from the blue checkmark left. Yeah, it's the left that are not civil, folks. It's the left that are so rude. You know, it's obvious they're not going to be nice to Trump because that's all, folks. This fucking Porky Pig motherfucker. So anyway. Here are some Ben Shapiro tweets. Fun quotes from recently deceased Howard Zinn. Only one question, will Noam Chomsky join in? Yeah, die Noam Chomsky. Travis Martin would have turned 21 today if he hadn't taken a man's head and beaten it into the pavement before being shot. Yeah, thoughts and prayers, Travis Martin. Rodney King found dead at a bottom of a pool. Must have been Mark Fuhrman and the racist LAPD. Yeah, so kind. So kind to people that have died. And remember what little Benny Shapiro said back in the day when Hillary Clinton got the flu. Got sick, had a little dizzy spell. Was he classy? Was he nice? Looking forward to all the... No, I already said that. Here's his response. Live shot of Hillary Clinton, and it's a picture of Zoolander. Calf, calf, I think I've got the black lung, Pop, so he's making fun. That's how the game is played, folks. They act like the biggest fucking shitheads in the world, and then they turn around and blame the left for not being civil. And the difference is, like, their fan base, conservative followers, don't give a shit about hypocrisy. But the left actually does give a shit to some degree. And so we'll actually hold our own side accountable. Some people call that purity tests because we hold our own side accountable. You know, you're woke scolding people or whatever fucking new term they have this week. But shouldn't we hold people accountable? Instead of be like the conservatives who are just fucking hypocrites like motherfuckers all the time. Do we want to be these people? I don't think so. I want to hold my fucking side accountable. But there were a lot of very nice comments from people on the left, or liberals. I don't know if you want to call Rachel Maddow the left. God bless the president and the first lady. All right, stop. Fuck off already. God bless the president and the first lady. No. Fuck that. They're both evil. You might can say, like, I hope they don't die. That's fine. But not God bless either one of these motherfuckers. If you pray, please pray for their speedy, complete recovery. Nah. Fuck them. They've earned it. And before you say, Dusty, don't be mean to them about it. You reap what you sow. That's some biblical shit. Here he is, making fun of Mitt Romney for testing positive for COVID-19.
Romney's in isolation?
Yes.
Gee, that's too bad.
Gee, Romney, who I don't like, is in isolation? Gee, that's too bad. Yeah. So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, motherfucker? Here he is, making fun of Hillary Clinton. Remember when Hillary Clinton got pneumonia and she had a dizzy spell, right? Was he classy about it? Or did he make fun of her and shit on her? Let's see.
But here's a woman. She's supposed to fight all of these different things. And she can't make it 15 feet to her car. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Gotta make it fun. Yeah, she got sick. It's hilarious, isn't it?
Give me a break. She's home resting right now. She's getting ready for her next speech, which is going to be about 15 minutes, and it's going to be in 2 or 3 days.
So if you don't condemn Trump for all this shit, don't condemn me for making fun of his ass. I don't care if you make fun of me or not, or you condemn me for it or not, but fuck this guy. And here's another example. There's so many. Like this, I had to edit them out, folks. But remember what they did? Remember the White House reportedly scrapped a national testing plan because the virus was mostly hitting blue states? Remember that shit? Report Trump only cared about the coronavirus when the states were red. Remember that shit? The White House stopped the post office from sending out free masks to people. Remember that shit? So you want me to feel bad this motherfucker got it? No, thank you. No fucking thank you. And don't let them whitewash this shit. And pretend like he hasn't every step of the goddamn way influenced his base not to take masks seriously, not to take the coronavirus seriously. The Young Turks went out and they interviewed some of his maskless fucks and asked them why they don't wear masks. And this is exactly the kind of stuff he's influenced. This is the kind of stuff he spread. This is why so many people are dying. Because of stupid shit like these motherfuckers.
Why do you not wear a mask?
Because it's a lot more about just safety. It's actually about control. And the mask, and it literally says on the box of the mask, it doesn't stop the virus. It decreases your oxygen. It allows you to breathe in your own CO2. You need oxygen to stay healthy. You need oxygen to fight viruses. So when you're wearing a mask, scientifically, it is actually lowering it's increasing your risk of actually catching a virus.
Oh. The doctor spoken. Trump supporters on why they wear masks.
When you hear Dr. Anthony Fauci, for example, who's on the Vice President's Health Commission on COVID, say that by wearing a mask you're helping to stop the spread, what do you think of that?
He's a liar.
And why is that?
Because I don't believe the numbers.
I don't believe the numbers. Why would I believe the doctors? Are so confident in their ignorance. Because Trump is. They feed off his ignorance.
People die with about 40, 50,000 every month in the United States, and most of these are probably people that were going to die for some reason, and just because they had the virus in their system, it's listed as a death. So I'm not buying it. I don't think
this is how it is living in Mississippi. This is what people sound like and act like around here.
Near as many deaths.
No, sir, I don't wear a mask. Never have. I don't plan to. I know 2 people that have died from COVID, so I know the virus is real. But if someone is in such dire condition that they are afraid that they're going to catch it, they need to stay at home anyway.
Yeah, like Trump? I should have stayed at home, right?
Because, and I'd say that to my mother. In fact, my mother's 94 years old.
But what was you mentioned it. What if you could actually bring it to her? Does that give you concern that you should wear a mask around her ever?
Well, no.
No, I don't give a shit. You know, yeah, I could catch and take it to her, but I ain't never thought about it. I ain't worried about it. She dies, she dies.
I don't. Because, like I said, I think that they've blown the entire thing out of proportion.
What do you think of the president's handling of the coronavirus?
I think he's done a fabulous job.
Did a fabulous job catching it?
Done all he could do
to catch it.
They tried to stop everything he tried to do.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, it's something that kind of snuck in here. You can't see it. I think he's done a lot better than the previous administration did with the N1H1.
But it's not his fault.
He literally disbanded the pandemic office the previous administration set up.
Going on with this coronavirus. He has nothing to do with what's going on. It happened. He's trying to fix it. That's all you can do is try to fix the problem.
And I don't believe in wearing a mask. It don't do you a bit of good.
It's just a way to avoid getting harassed by people. It doesn't really serve that much of a purpose in terms of stopping the spread of the disease.
It's not you're not going to die from it most likely.
I think he's doing everything that he can do. But I don't go places where you got to wear a mask.
Just because you don't want to have to do that?
Because I don't want to get in a fight with somebody, to tell you the truth.
Just fucking ignorant as shit, dudes. There is a reason 99.99% of these people are Trump supporters. This is what he's cultivated. You know, he's got to lie in the bed he's made now, right? And, so yeah, now he's been taking a Walter Reed, folks. He said he was in quarantine, but apparently he's scared as shit. They made him do a video, though, before he left. I'll show you the video that he made, but apparently he's scared as shit and wanted to immediately be taken to the hospital. But they made this video just so he could show that I'm still alive. I'm still your strong, fearless leader.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.
Yeah. Short and sweet. Thank you for your support. Dude's scared as shit, though, apparently, because CNN reporting that President began to panic overnight as symptoms began to set in. We were told he became increasingly alarmed by his diagnosis and as he developed symptoms overnight. You probably would, too. It's scary. Yep. So you want to take his ass to the hospital immediately and get some of those drugs they're testing that only the elite can get at the moment. I heard he was having trouble breathing too. So He's probably going to be okay. There's like a 5% chance of him dying or whatever, but he's got the best healthcare money can buy, unlike all the people he spread it to, unlike all the common people like you and me. And the sad part is, and racist part, is that as he's had these super spreader events, spread this shit everywhere, it affects minorities more than anybody. But they don't give a fuck, folks. And look at them. Now they're all wearing masks. This was his whole staff as he was getting on the chopper. Now every one of them got a mask. They want to whitewash it. They want to retcon the past and pretend like, yeah, we were always for mask. Bullshit, motherfuckers. We see right through this shit, dude. You had super spreader event after super spreader event. Quit fucking playing now that he's got coronavirus like he was always for the fucking mask. But he's probably in Walter Reed right now. I'm sure hooked up to a Clorox IV. So get disinfected, Trump. Thoughts and prayers on all of that shit. But talking of timing, folks. Speaking of fucking timing. Holy shit. Apparently, they've been creating this documentary for the last couple months that they just released on the day Trump got the coronavirus. And this is the trailer for it.
The CDC has identified a case of coronavirus in Washington state. The words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and it's going to be just fine. Whatever happens, we're totally prepared.
This was made in secrecy over the last few months.
We, the scientists, knew.
Some people are listening to me on the audio. 3 directors interviewed countless scientists, medical professionals, and government officials on the inside to uncover the truth.
We, the scientists, knew what to do for the pandemic response. The plan was in front of us, but leadership would not do it. It is time to lay our careers on the line and push back.
From Academy Award winner
It's clear the
Alex
United
Gibney.
States did not perform to the best of its ability with the coronavirus.
What went wrong for us?
The truth is that political leaders caused avoidable death and destruction.
The scientists sounded the alarm every day. The U.S. government was doing nothing.
One day it's like a miracle, it will disappear.
It'll be wonderful. It'll be a gift from heaven.
It's complete bullshit. He has no idea what he's talking about.
The lie, the secret, the conspiracy.
I decided to break protocol and alert Americans.
A key government scientist was removed because he wouldn't climb on the president's bandwagon.
They started to blame other people, and it was frightening. There was real fear of retribution, and we were watching the number of deaths in the U.S. tick higher and higher.
Do you take responsibility?
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
We've never had a failure like this.
The truth is finally coming out.
There's so much to expose.
We have it totally under control.
So, yep, you knew. Can't wait to see that. And yeah, folks, if people are trolling, I'll get rid of them. I don't have to sit here and listen to fucking trolls. Yeah, my show is very Twitter-based. That's a great place to bookmark the news and lay out the show. If you're not enjoying it, fuck off. No one needs you here. Eat a dick in a bad way. And next up, on this horrible cavalcade of misery. Oh my God, folks. It's a cult. So this is a Fox News doctor, David Samadi. It's beyond parody, folks. Hard to believe this is real. He says, always remember the survival rates of this virus per the CDC. 0 to 19, 99.997%, 20 to 49, 99.98%, 50 to 69, 99.5%, 70 and over, 94.6%, which is the range Trump is in. He has a more than 5% chance to die. But the doctor goes on to say, I would put POTUS in the 20 to 49 category due to his strength and stamina. Retweet if you agree. Yeah, Trump's basically 20, isn't he? Folks. According to this fucking cult. Did they really believe that, or they just say it? It's hard to believe that anybody could look at this morbidly obese, clown who is painted up like Tammy Faye Baker, who can't even walk without dragging his leg behind him, who needs 2 hands to drink a goddamn glass of water, who can barely walk down a fucking ramp and say, yeah, he's basically 20 to 49, isn't he? Just can't be fucking real, folks. Here's another example of that. MAGA life coach. Let's see what this MAGA life coach has to say about it. Wouldn't you want to hire this guy to teach you how to live life?
More than likely, your president of the United States, who fucking has god-tier genetics, okay? I don't care what you say. That dude's got god-tier genetics, okay? His kids are always healthy. They're all strong, tall, no deformities, nothing going on, all right? These are rock-solid people.
Yeah, god-tier genetic, folks. I mean, I guess to this guy, they probably do have god-tier genetics. I mean, anybody would have god-tier genetics to this guy. Imagine waking up and looking in the mirror every day and being this dude. You'd be like, holy shit, like anything is better than this. I can't imagine anybody pays this guy money to be a life coach. I can't imagine be like, yeah, that's the dude I want to be. This is the steely-eyed missile man I want to grow up and be when I become an adult. Holy shit. And but don't worry, folks. Joe Biden is doing everything he can to lose the election. He's like, yeah, Joe Biden campaign is pulling all negative ads today following President Trump's diagnosis with COVID-19. Yeah, we gonna pull the ads. Why not? No more negative ads. We don't want to win. Why would we want to win? So obviously the Republicans came out and they said that we're also pulling negative ads because Republicans are good. No, they didn't. They immediately said, yeah, Trump campaign indicates it will not join Joe Biden in pulling negative ads. Joe Biden used his speech in Michigan today to attack the president. He's in no position to say anything. Yeah, we're not going to do it. We're going to still play evil and bad and dirty. Where you guys stand down and lose like the fucking losers you are. Just goddamn so fucking frustrating, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And now we're going to talk about the First Lady. Melania, who also got COVID-19, and god damn it, she's so weird. Why are these people so weird? So she put out this ad this week. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. But while her husband and stepson are going around making fun of Joe Biden's son for having difficulties with his drug addiction, she's making this video. I'm honoring National Substance Use Prevention Month by joining blah, blah, blah. And she put out this fucking ad. And she's at some kind of weird angle. They're just so odd.
Each October, we observe National Substance Abuse Prevention Month. In my time as First Lady, I have worked to raise awareness about the risks and dangers of drug use among our youth through my Be Best initiative.
It's not a shampoo ad. Why are you standing at that angle, you weirdo? Very strange. And so apparently one of her best friends recorded some audio of her secretly. I guess they had a falling out and they threw her under the bus and whatnot. And wasn't too happy about it. So she recorded some audio. And here's Melania. First, she's talking about the children in cages. And then she's talking about how Christmas sucks. So I guess the war on Christmas this year is going to be led by the First Lady, apparently.
They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough. No. Where I am, I'm working like a ass. My ass. I know. The Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff?
Who gives a fuck about Christmas decorations? I actually agree with her there, but it's not a very conservative Christian thing to say. I personally hate Christmas, but she's not supposed to.
Need to do it, right?
Yeah, but 100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, oh, what about the children? They were separated. Give me a break.
Yeah, ooh, what about the children that were separated? Give me a fucking break. Yeah, I don't care. Do you? It's clearly what she's talking about. She's bitching because she's out there trying to talk like she cares about children, but her husband is literally putting children in cages and separating them from her family, and she does not give a fuck about it. And she's more concerned about what the press is saying about her than she is about the children, because these people are the worst scum on the goddamn planet.
Wait, where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. Needs to go through the process and through the law.
Yeah, your husband could have done it. You didn't try hard enough, bitch.
But here's my thing. Hear what you just said. But instead of that, if
So anyway, basically she's bitching that the press was trying to hold her accountable for not pushing back against her evil ass husband. And that's when she decided to wear this jacket that says, "I really don't care to you," which is absolutely 100% clear that she was talking about the whole situation with the children and being blamed for it. Because she's an amazing, this is the kind of person you would imagine would marry Donald Trump and go along with all the evil that's happening right now. Just the fucking worst scum, right? And this is the country we're living in right now, folks. This is America for you. Here's Trump's last 3 campaign managers. The first one, arrested for go to commit suicide and also under investigation for stealing $40 million. This one, arrested for fraud, indicted for fraud. Drain the swamp, folks. They still say that with a straight face. Because reality doesn't matter. Nothing is real. It's all bullshit. So thoughts and prayers, you COVID-19 having motherfucker. Don't give a shit about you. Not going to pretend otherwise. I'm like the Joker. I do think it's funny. I'm tired of pretending I don't think that. All right, let's check. That's all my Trump stuff. We're going to get into a big Chud Watch section next. So we into the second hour. Took an hour to get through all that Trump stuff. All of that in 4 days, folks. God, she's Val. Yes, lights are cool. Yes, that's true. She doesn't care. Slovenia's most expensive escort. Yeah, I mean, sex work is real work, but you don't have to be a disgusting, terrible human being to do sex work. So, damn, David Hasselhoff is looking fine. I don't know what that means. Be best. Yeah, they stole that from Michelle Obama. Her Be Better campaign. They're so stupid, so petty. She's a lopsided goon. Agreed. Fuck her too. Also agreed. Oh, Dusty, that was rough. Yes, that is rough. It's a rough country. It's a trash country. Somebody's got to goddamn cover this bullshit, don't they? God damn it. 77 is the new 20. I know when you're like the God man like Trump, who's clearly the alpha among us all. Yep, Chud Watch coming next. Dusty, it would be great if a vaccine is discovered a day after Trump dies. I'm not allowed to have an opinion on that. All right, let's check the super chats. See where we're at the super chats. After the first hour here. Elijah Miller, what's up, E? $20, very generous. My hero, Elijah Miller. It's all good. Love me some Dusty. Love me some E. Appreciate that. Koi, $10. Regardless of what happens, I hope 2021 will be a better year. And we will have a better president. Stay safe and stay sane. I'm trying. I mean, I don't see how it could get much worse. I mean, I guess we could have a civil war. That would be pretty bad. Or I guess Trump could win again. Or steal the election. I don't know. I guess we'll see what the fuck happens. Space Ghost Martian, $2. If Trump dies, it was all his fault. No sympathy. Yeah, I mean, he's begging for it. The sad part is how many tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, 100,000 maybe, people that he took with him because of his incompetence. Astro Scott, $2. Thank you, Astro Scott. Elijah Miller, $20. Those Proud Boys don't have the numbers. Nothing but talk. It won't let me type their name. Good. They don't even need to be platformed, but we'll see. I mean, a few of them might go, rogue or whatever you want to call it, murder folks. We'll see what the fuck happens. Most of them are just full of shit, though. We're going to cover them some more in the Chud Watt section. Beast Nation 2009, $5. Stand back, huh? Waiting for Vince McMahon to start singing and dancing any minute now. With this strut he going to do out there. Oh, shithead Vince McMahon. Joshua Gonzalez, $4.99. Next, people that need to get COVID-19 or people who voted for Trump. Yeah, I mean, if it was just them, it'd be fine, but it's not. That's what sucks. They're going to take a lot of old, innocent people with them. Solange Bordeaux, $6.99 Canadian. Thank you. Appreciate that, Solange. Jason Moore, $10. Dusty should moderate the next debate. I don't think I have the fucking patience for that. I think I would just scream at Donald Trump and it would not go well. So probably best that not happen. Boston Dunning, $5. David Silverman has fallen. But do you think his style of firebrand atheism is useful? I mean, I think it was, but I think he has destroyed his name so much now that I don't think any atheist with integrity would want to be associated with him in any way or want him representing them. So, yeah, that dude needs to fuck off. William Johnson, $2. Just at you on Twitter. Fallon or Dark Comedy. I want to check that out. Thank you, William. Amy Penrose, $5. Thanks for the show. No problem, Amy. Thank you for supporting the show. Love you. Linda Sicoli, $5. Here's a little bit for the kiddies and the puppies. You rock, Dusty. You rock, Linda. Thank you for joining me tonight. Name withheld. Tim Pool is literally in Trump's pocket. Back when I was watching Tim accidentally leaked out that Trump held a special political dinner for Poole. Did he? I'm not surprised to hear that. He definitely making a lot of fucking money and doesn't give a shit. But I guess, if you sell your soul, you can definitely be very, very rich in this world. It continuously rewards bad behavior, so don't hate the player at the game, I guess. What will happen to Trump supporters if Trump died due to COVID-19? They will make him a martyr. They will say, he died for us. He like Jesus. And they will try to push the next asshole, probably his son or something. And both Cal Rapp and David Henry became Dust Buddies. Dust Buddies. But as you don't know, you can become members of the Dust Buddies. It's $2.99 a month, and you get special emojicons you can spam the chats with. So support the show, become a Dust Buddy. Thank you, guys. Elijah Miller, $5. The mail order Russian bride speaks. Barely. Just crazy that's the first lady. Remember all the shit they talked about Michelle Obama? Such hypocrisy. ZX Spectrum, $5. Thoughts and prayers to COVID in this difficult time. Thanks, Dusty, for the show. Hey, no problem. Appreciate that. Do what you do, COVID. And Julia, $5 Australian. Appreciate that. You rock. All right. More super chats, please, if you're able. If you can. And let me check the other chat real quick before I continue on with the show, because I never read this chat too much. Sorry, I don't read the chat over here too much, guys. With whole burgers. Yep, he needs to lose some weight. That'll definitely help him. This is You Can't BS a Virus. Yep. It's indiscriminate, that's for sure. He would be the worst patient. Yep. He's probably scared. He might listen now. Oof. Yep. All right. I'll read some more of that later. Gotta continue with the show. It's okay, Dustin. We still love you. I love you back. Thank you, Arias. Gotta go on with the show, because look, I ain't even covered. What if I got a third of it done yet? Definitely gonna be some overtime tonight. But it's time for Chud Watch. It's time for Chud Watch. We talk about chuds and make fun of them. Yeah, Chud Watch. Here we go. It's gonna start off with one of the worst chuds on the goddamn internet. Snowflake Blair White blocked me. I talked about her in my last show, but I don't know if that's why she did it. Apparently, she's using a block bot now to block anybody who I guess is friends, people she don't like. But these are the snowflakes are, folks, that claim, oh my God, it's the left. They're so insulted and weak about everything. But they just steadily block everybody and hide from criticism because, they're hypocritical as fuck. And now Joe Rogan, apparently, according to America's #1 trusted news source, The Onion, Joe Rogan starting to make a lot of sense to man who gets all his news from Joe Rogan. And that just makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't you get all your news from Joe Rogan? He is such an informed human individual. And the guy who has the #1 podcast in the world is 8 years old. This is the kind of jokes that like 7 and 8 year olds were telling on the bus when I was a kid. Here he is. If you're in a post-debate depression, heed these sage words from the GOAT. And it's Joey Diaz. Let's see this amazing jokes from Joey Diaz. The only debate you should have, who's sniffing your nutsack today? #1 podcaster in the world, folks. This is the kind of amazing comedy he's bringing us. Bropra. He's Oprah for bros. Just so fucking embarrassing that this is what our society decides is #1. And so then he went out there, folks, and just repeatedly this week, again, spread trans slurs. Now, I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to explain to Joe Rogan why tranny is a slur you shouldn't say. He's going to play like, you can't even say that anymore. Oh my God, you can't say it. Yeah, for good fucking reason, dude. I'll explain it to you, but I know what you're doing. I know you're trying to make it like, oh, political correctness. You're not allowed to say it. I can't say it anymore. But you're actually encouraging your audience to say it, which they did. I searched it on Twitter, and they did en masse after you said this, which is kind of the whole point. But anyway, let's go ahead and play this stupid ass shit. I just want to say, like, your studio looks ridiculous. Looks like they fucking barfed up, I don't know, hash, corned beef hash. I don't know what the fuck it is, dude. $100 million for that shit? Anyway, let's go ahead and play it.
Right.
Or
well, Spotify chipped me on the way in, which I thought was strange.
They told me they weren't going to do that anymore.
They just did a chip in my neck when I walked in.
They told me they weren't going to do that
I was like, okay.
Yeah, they knew that you talk shit on trannies.
They do. They said he's only... I like the Republican ones. I love Caitlyn Jenner. I love... If you're a transgender person, you're against gay marriage, I'm already a fan.
I think I fucked up by saying tranny. You can't even say that anymore.
Can't say it. Even though trannies call each other trannies.
They
and
do.
Gay people call gay people faggots. But you can't say that.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Yes, but if...
Political correctness go wrong, would you? Look, I'm just a simple boy from Mississippi, and I haven't, like, in my life had a whole lot of, I guess, face-to-face time with transgender people because there's not a whole lot around here. But I have learned from the internet and from my many, many transgender friends online these days why you're not supposed to say this. And this comes from somebody, like I used to, 4 and 5 years ago, I used to say this, the word tranny, because I watched every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. And they would say this all the time. So I thought, well, if they're saying it, obviously it's fine to say. But they don't even say that anymore. And I'm going to try to do my best to explain why they don't say this anymore. Okay, so transgender women are in incredible danger of being attacked and killed. And one of the main reasons that they're in such danger is because they are not considered real women. And there is such a stigma in our society about being gay that men find themselves attracted to these transgender women, but they're so worried that they're going to be considered gay by society and their friend that it makes them, and their friends, that makes them lash out violently towards transgender women. And the word trannies, which originally, I guess, like in RuPaul's Drag Race, was meant to be a substitute for transvestites, which are men who dress like women. But they still consider themselves men. They still identify as male, right? And so by conflating trannies to mean transgender women and also transvestites, it spreads this narrative that transgender women are not actually women, they're men in drag, and therefore it increases the violence upon them by the homophobic society we find ourselves in. You can't say it anymore for a very good reason. It has nothing to do with PC gone monk or whatever that bullshit is. And it's so easy to be a decent person and not say it, to put one of the most harmed and marginalized and attacked classes in our society safe. Isn't that easy to understand, Joe? Isn't that real fucking simple, dude? Don't you want to be a decent person? Not really, I know, but still, it just pisses me off that this is the #1 goddamn podcast in the world. It's so fucking lowbrow and stupid. The dude just doesn't want to know. He doesn't give a shit. But this is an oldie but a goodie. Here's a Throwback Friday clip. I played this a long time ago, but Vadim re-uploaded this, and it's so fucking hilarious and so fucking cringe. I want to play it for you again. This is back when Jordan Peterson, before he got addicted to, I guess he was probably addicted right now, but he wasn't so addicted that he had to be put in a coma for his benzo addiction. Here he is explaining how cool Kekistan is. God, this is so cringe, dude.
And this is why I get a kick out of all the Kekistan boys. You know, I do believe that we're in a period of chaos.
What's a Kekistan?
Kek? Oh, Kek is a mythological country that's ruled by chaos, by the god Kek, who's a frog, as it turns out. I
don't know about this.
Well, you need to look them up. That's a big internet thing. Kekistan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A big internet thing? All I know about the frog is the frog, the Trump frog, the Pepe the frog, who is apparently so distraught that his frog has been used to
yes,
align
he killed him off.
Yeah, he killed him off. But good luck, he didn't.
All right, so
that's stupid because
the
that's
people
not going to work.
who were using Pepe, I haven't got the story quite right, but I'll get it mostly right. The people who were using Pepe as a meme.
Here it is.
That's
Republic
it.
of Kekistan.
Yeah, so they used this symbol KEK to replace LOL. And the reason they did that was because KEK in Korean means LOL. And so it was just this little joke. Kek, K-E-K. Well, then somebody found out these were people who were using Pepe, remember? It's a frog. Then people found out that Kek was an Egyptian god. And he was a frog. And he was between categories. Sort of like a transsexual, by the way. He was between categories. And so now they have this Republic of Kek, and it's ruled by this Egyptian god, whose name is Kek, who's a frog.
Hold on, go back. Don't keep changing this. Jamie's doing this in the background while you're talking, but look at this. There's a frog with a Make America Great Again hat, and he's got like a tombstone. It says, "Those who served in the meme war, 2015 and 2016. We are the gods of the great meme war. We are the shit posters, the Legion of Kek. We are the internet, the death of the normies. Lulz and Kek, we are one." What the fuck is going on?
That is the question, and that's the question you asked me, and my answer was I don't know. We're in a period of chaos.
Oh my god, so cringe! That's so fucking cringe. I'm so glad I never got into that stuff. I was making fun of Kek. I can't believe how much shit I took fun of making fun of Kek. The whole fucking time they were doing all that shit. I was explaining to every one of them why it was so embarrassing and why they were eventually going to be embarrassed by doing it. And they all are now. Every one of them is like, oh my god, I can't believe I was into that. It's so stupid, but yeah. It was dumb, and you should feel bad about falling for it. And next up, speaking of Joe Rogan, Here's the guy he helped platform and promote. I watched a clip from Joe Rogan the day when Joe Rogan was bitching about people blaming him for the rise of Gavin McInnes. Because he was saying, yeah, well, he recruited all these people after he was on my show, but before he was on my show, there was nobody to recruit. Yeah, because your audience was a prime target for him to recruit from, motherfucker. That's why you have to be real careful when you platform these motherfuckers, right? So here's Gavin McInnes, the founder of the Proud Boys. Packy sounds like funky chink. My wife has this weird STD where chinks keep popping out of her cunt. From last year's Toronto Muslim population is 8% and will soon be more than 10%. There's only one reason for London's terror attacks. Their Muslim population exceeds 10%. Terror happens in every city where this is true. 10 things I hate about goddamn motherfucking Jews. Yeah, that's the guy you want to platform, isn't it? Joe Rogan saying he's mostly just fun, isn't he? And for anybody who has any doubts what the Proud Boys are about, see, they have an Afro-Mexican, I guess that's what they're calling, leader of the Proud Boys now. But they put this guy in place specifically to downplay their white supremacist roots, because they know that if they have a minority as their leader, they can say, see, we aren't racist. But it's a ploy to hide their power levels. Let's listen to them. There's a Proud Boys for you.
Oh yeah, no. But hey, let me tell you, these are the real type of Proud Boys. 1488 type Proud Boys. Oh, yeah. Proud to be white Proud Boys. Goddamn right. These aren't no faggots. No Marxism. White power. These aren't faggots. Do you know the 14 words, sir? We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. Woo! Hell yeah.
You know what? Alt-righters like me, quote unquote, are fucking like your biggest fucking allies to the WNs, the National Socialists, and the alt-right. Like, I have no problem with them. And even after, like...
So this is a minority, I guess maybe a Latin guy, a Mexican guy, talking about how he likes the white supremacists and the alt-right.
And the alt-right. Like, I have no problem with them. And even after... Like, all these people that are like, after we're done being the commies and the Marxists and the fucking cucks and the libtards, we can start beating up Nazis. You know what? Fuck these guys. You know what? Nazis are my best friends. Like, all they want is nationalism. What's wrong with that? They want to introduce fucking good shit for America.
Not going to be invited to the ethno state, dude.
Oh, I don't give a fuck if real racists come to the rally. Real alt-right. The thing is, we've been trying to beat these people up for the longest time. It ain't gonna work. The only thing we can do to solve this whole fucking problem with Nazis and all this shit is to have a civil conversation.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
So cool. Hitler did nothing wrong.
Hitler did absolutely nothing wrong.
So edgy. Oh my god, look how edgy.
Super chats. Fash out says.
All right, so let me skip that one, skip down, and we'll play this one. Leaked video of them screaming white power after one of their Proud Boys rallies.
Everyone's got a phone in their hand. No, I don't want that. Hold on, let me switch it for you.
Who's that, y'all? There she is. One family. Let's play that again. Listen, and now watch again.
I think they were saying white power. I couldn't really understand that. Anyway, but that's what they're all about, folks. Don't let them fool you. Putting minorities in charge or having minorities in their Proud Boys group is a ruse, right? Vic Berger pointed this out. Gavin McInnes even has different rules for black members of the Proud Boys. Special rules. Black Proud Boys. They are Western chauvinists. Western chauvinist is code that means fascist. It's 100% what that means. And recognize that white men are not the problem. They don't whine about racism or blame it for their problems. Yeah. None of your problems are because of hundreds of years of systemic racism. Black Proud Boys. Don't blame the white man for the things the white men did. So that brings me to Alan Sweeney, who I covered on the show very many times before. He's the one that pulled a gun on Antifa recently. Remember this dude? He goes around and indiscriminately maces people, shoots them with paintballs, harasses them, terrorizes people, gets up in their face. He got arrested though. Update: Proud Boy enforcer Alan Sweeney has been arrested on 12 charges of violent offenses. And remember this dude? Let's see, is there pictures of him up there? No, that's all the rest of the Proud Boys. They're a fun group. So next part is hilarious, goddammit. Andy No-Go is a propagandist for the Proud Boys. Like I said, they have like minorities, even Asians, in the midst of them to hide their racism. And of course, he is a fascist enabler, propagandist, not Andy No-Go. And so funny. Hard to believe this is real, folks. So he's like, Andy No-Go. I reached out to the organization, and they say he's not a member. I'm talking about this Allen guy. First off, I reached out to the organization. What do you mean you turn left and talk to your friends that were right there that you hang out all the time? Is that what you mean? But yeah, I reached out to the organization, and they say this guy is not a member of the Proud Boys. Something tells me, he's got Proud Boy tattooed on his arm, goddammit! Right there, just no integrity whatsoever. This guy is in all the Proud Boys chats. He's hanging around the Proud Boys all the time. He's got a Proud Boys tattoo. He's a fucking Proud Boy! Real journalism. That's what real journalism is there, Andy No-Go. Hilarious. And Andy No-Go also runs the Post Millennial. I guess that's his news site. And he went on there. Multimedia outlets falsely claim man arrested for assault during Portland riots is a Proud Boy. Literally has a Proud Boy tattoo. What are you talking about, Andy No-Go? But the truth doesn't matter. We're in a post-truth society. They don't give a shit. They don't tell the truth because no one holds them accountable on their side, right? So who cares, right? And, oh yeah, so sad. Now we got the press secretary for the President of the United States now spreading Andy No-Go's lies and propaganda about having a brain bleed, because this is where we are in a society.
Their violence isn't innocuous. Antifa is not an idea. Andy No-Go can tell you that because he was beaten by a group of protesters, Antifa protesters, suffering brain bleed.
Yeah, no, Andy No-Go never had a brain bleed. So ridiculous. He got punched in the face one time. Getting punched in the face one time gave you a brain bleed, that everybody in the UFC would be dead immediately. It's so stupid. But she's spreading, the propaganda of fascists. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't our press secretary of the United States spread it? And Tim Pool frequently downplays not only the Proud Boys, but his ties to white supremacy. You guys know that Tim Pool has a long history of white supremacy. So here he is, a couple of days ago. Gavin McGinnis pulled the biggest troll of all time with the Proud Boys. Yeah! Being racist piece of shits that create violence and terrorism. Such a troll, isn't it? Just a troll. Imagine lacking this integrity. But yeah, and here he is, Tim Pool. I think it's fair to say you guys were just kind of dicking around. Yeah, sure. You're just dicking around, terrorizing people. But here he is, Tim Pool with all these fucking fascists. All these white supremacists, Brady Pettibone, who's white supremacist, fuck James Allsep, who is literally a member of a Nazi group. Bakelassa, white, all these. Look, there's a little beanie Tim Pool back there, right? Here he is again. The whole crew here. Gavin McGinnis, Laura Loomer, Brittany Pettibone. I think isn't Brady Pettibone the one that literally married the white supremacist who got sent a big check by the Christchurch shooter before he murdered a bunch of people? That's the kind of people Tim Pool is hanging around with. That's the kind of people Tim Pool is supporting and defending. Making his millions, literally spreading and helping fascism to spread. There he is, yeah. White supremacist Chad Lannon. There's Brady Pettibone again. Here he is with Shoe on Head's good friend. I guess former good friend that she's never really officially denounced publicly, because why would she, right? Lauren Southern and James Allsep. Nazi James Allsep. So I guess I'm going to skip over the rest of this because I'm kind of tired of tempo right now and I got to get through this stuff. And these are the kind of people these are, folks. These doughy, chubby white dudes that think they're so tough and they want to kill us so bad. They want any excuse to look how tough he is. This psychopathic wannabe murderer.
I don't know if a lot of y'all understand this or not. But come November, there's a war coming. Whoever wins, and it's down to two. We already know this. Third party, they don't even matter. It's down to two. One or the other is going to win. As a certain supporter, we know which one's going to win. Trump 2020. But there's a thing about it. The reason why I say there's a war coming It's because if Trump wins, Black Lives Matter and all them other Antifa dumbasses are going to try to start war. We ready. Don't worry. We ready. Us rednecks and stuff, we ready for y'all.
So tough.
But if Biden wins, we coming. And we coming strong.
Yeah, Biden wins. We coming, and we coming strong. The only place you're coming strong to is the Golden Corral buffet, motherfucker. Nobody's scared of you doughy white guys. What's your problem? Just trying so hard to be tough and scary. We're not. You know that the left has guns too, right? I know there's this stereotype, but it's so ridiculous. We love it's America. We have guns too. So stupid. But here's a Trump supporter. Isn't this the guy you want? Isn't this the kind of people you want to support and help? This is a Trump supporter in his pickup truck, and I guess he has something that spreads smoke when he wants it to. Or maybe it just always does that. But here he is crop dusting these Biden supporters because they're so classy. Yeah, let's support these people. Don't you love them, folks? Aren't they such good people? Pettiness 2020, motherfuckers. Let's make them cry. Let's hurt their feelings. Fuck everything about these people. Here's another example. Another Trump supporter punches this journalist for no reason. The funny part about it, he says, if you want to be violent, I'll be violent. If you want to be peaceful, I'll be peaceful. Literally nobody is violent except for him. It's this double think they have in their minds. Look at these pieces of shit. Another doughy old white guy that thinks he's tough. I don't know what the fuck. It's white privilege. Makes these old fucking white people think they're so goddamn tough.
Each party's base, they've also become increasingly emotionally charged.
Tonight, one of our photojournalists was attacked while gathering video in Duluth. D-Mine Chun was on assignment to get reaction ahead of the president's rally. Watch what happens when he encounters a Trump supporter who's confronting a group of Biden supporters.
You guys want to be peaceful? Be peaceful. Okay. You want to be violent? Come to me and I'll...
the one that's coming.
Hey! You want to be violent?
Yeah, fucking piece of shit. If you guys want to be peaceful, be peaceful. But if you want to come and be violent, I'll be violent. Nobody was violent except for you, motherfucker. So hopefully he was charged with assault because that's ridiculous. Make him cry. Pettiness 2020. And they want to kill us so bad, folks. They're not even hiding it. They love the thought, these fucking psychopaths. This is MAGA cultist Josh Bernstein. Name and shame these motherfuckers. How do they still have a goddamn platform going around saying shit like this?
I am personally trying to scare the living shit out of you on purpose. Why? Because I want you to understand what is at stake here. I can't be any clearer than my message is now. And yes, you should be frightened. But more importantly, you should be motivated, which I know you all are. But more importantly, it is your responsibility to get other people that you know to not only see this video so they understand what's at stake, but anyone out there that doesn't want to vote for Trump, they're signing their own death warrant as far as I'm concerned. And not just their own, but for their country. Everything, folks, is on the line. Everything. Now, I will end it with this. If, God forbid, they figure out how to steal this election, the only thing that's going to save this country is revolution. And trust me, it will happen. There's no question about it. And when it happens, we will have a new America. Yes, there will be blood spilled, unfortunately, but they're bringing it upon us.
Yeah. You're asking us to murder you, folks, by electing somebody else except for Donald Trump. They just psychopaths that want to kill us. It's the left that's the violent ones, isn't it? How come Trump never speaks about this shit when he's at rallies? I mean, I know, obviously, because these are the people that support him, and he doesn't want to alienate his base, but Rick Santorum, just an incredible, oblivious own of Trump. He didn't mean to own Trump this way, but he couldn't help. He accidentally said the quiet part out loud. Listen to him speak truth accidentally.
Where he was asking the president to do something that he knows the president doesn't like to do.
Which is?
Which is say something bad about people who support him. right?
What, declining violence?
Well, talking about
the white
supremacy.
The white supremacists, number one, and number two.
Trump doesn't like to talk bad about people that support him. You know, the white supremacists, just saying it right out loud, dude. He knows the truth. That is the truth. That's why he hesitates. He knows that's his fucking base. Apparently, Kellyanne Conway has tested positive for Corona-19. So thoughts and prayers to Kellyanne Conway. Should have got out while you can. Your daughter tried to warn you, tried to get you out. And next up, Iron Mouse Chud, the foreign provocateur that lives in Malaysia and has never set foot in the United States and is paid by conservatives to interfere in our elections. Like I said, folks, this is like the Ben Shapiro thing earlier, where it doesn't matter if they're hypocrites because their base doesn't care about their hypocrisy. They don't hold them accountable. Too many ugly hot takes about Trump today. Some people have truly lost their humanity, says this piece of fucking shit. Also him, don't trip over your own feet, he says of the man who was pushed down by police and had his head cracked open in the concrete and was bleeding. Yeah. Someone was murdered, dude. Your appeal to emotion has been noted. I don't care about people getting murdered. Who gives a fuck about that? And here's a woman getting run over by a truck. Not gonna lie, I found this hilarious. Yeah. Iron Mouse Chud definitely hates people who are not civil, doesn't he? Literally makes a living doing that. And here he is. He is paid by conservatives to lie for a living. This got let's see how much he got for this. It only got 874 likes, but I'm surprised it didn't get more. So here's what he posted. He posted this video, and the title of the video that he put was Black Lives Matter activists walk through Eugene residential neighborhoods and harass anybody they see. But I'm going to tell you what actually happened, then I'll play the video. What actually happened is, this guy is the one who took the video, laughing my ass off. This is my house. My buddy came from the crowd to try to get us to come out and protest. I told him I couldn't go, and he gave me a hug. And you can literally see in the video, the guy's just trying to get to a protest, and then he hugs them. Like, come on out, protest. They're not harassing them. They're talking to their friends. And they're like, walks over and they hug over here. And then he walks up to the guy to the door and talks to them and they hug. So look at these evil Antifa harassing these people. Says the foreign provocateur. That's how the game's played though, folks. It doesn't matter. They're paid to lie. That's how conservative takes and maintains power in this country. They have plenty of money to lie to us and their side just doesn't give a shit. And blundering conservative operative Jacob Wall, remember these guys? And his lawyer buddy. Like, I don't know how these guys have stayed out of jail this long. It's like they've done everything they can to get arrested. And they just never did. This is the guy that held the press conference to claim that Elizabeth Warren was having sex with this little boy toy. And she was a dominatrix. He hired the boy toy to lie and say that. He hired a woman to claim that Anthony Fauci sexually harassed her or assaulted her or something. But they finally got him, folks. They've been charged with 4 felony counts over an alleged voter suppression robocall. The FBI is going to give them, they're going to do jail time. They're definitely going to get convicted of this. Basically, what these two fucking morons did was they created these robocalls, which you don't know, it's like when computers call up people's phones and leave them messages and play pre-recorded messages. And the pre-recorded messages they did was they sent it to only minority neighborhoods. They tried to target specifically black people and disenfranchise them by telling them, and Mexicans I think too, telling them that if they voted by mail-in voting, that it would send their information to all the police and they will be in the database from then on, which is not true, and they're not allowed to do that. And of course, that's illegal as fuck. But they don't give a shit, folks. This is how the Republicans play the game. They cheat to win. So these motherfuckers finally going to jail, and you're going to be popular. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That's terrible. I just said that. I'll take that back. That's a rape joke. And that's not cool. Raping men in prison is not a laughing matter, not something to make jokes about. That was really wrong of me. I'm glad I caught that because I would have been embarrassed to put that out there. But anyway, he's going to jail, finally, and they deserve to go to jail horribly. So good luck. And next up, oh, God. The Tiffer's 4-year mix. Here's a rapey Mike Cernovich, who is famous for his many rape tweets in which he condones and encourages rape. The truth about sick Hillary Clinton's health. Yeah, so good. It's the truth about her health. Hard. And now when it's Trump, all of a sudden, Trump takes the hero's journey with coronavirus diagnosis. A hero for catching and spreading corona. These people are beyond fucking parody, goddammit. Such a clown show on the right. Always a fucking clown show. And next up, oh my God, anything to try to upset you. The grift is so obvious, right? It's so pathetic and transparent at this point. Are you triggered? Look how triggered the left is. Buy my shirt and give me money. She's wearing a shirt that says, Trump is my king. It's just so cringe and silly. We say right there, yeah, I know what you're doing. It's just pathetic and sad. So it works too, though, to a degree. That's the sad part. They do that because it works. But it's so transparent. And folks, this is a crazy ass clip right here, folks. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but this went viral. Look at this bigoted bitch. I'm sorry for the gender slur, but what else can you call this woman? So oblivious. Listen to this.
Some residents voice concerns about traffic. Others about overcrowding in their schools.
So let me give you some background. Basically, she's going to the suburbs to talk to a white woman about why she's afraid to have low-income people in her neighborhood, and basically supports Trump trying to make sure there's no low-income housing in the suburbs anymore. And this is the response she gives to the questions.
Others about overcrowding in their schools.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And some were worried about having low-income housing in their neighborhood.
Why did you pick this spot?
Nicole Humphrey is a local opponent of the development.
What is your concern when it comes to Section 8 and low income?
The lifestyle, I feel like, goes with Section 8 is usually working maybe single moms or people who are struggling to keep their heads above water. And it's not, I feel so bad saying that, but it's not, it's just not people who are, I guess, of the same class as us, which sounds bad, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
Some people would say, look, they maybe have not had the opportunities that their kids are not going to have the opportunities that your kids are going to have in this neighborhood.
Right.
Can they share in that?
The problem with that is I hear a lot of the unfair of, oh, we haven't been given this or not that, or we haven't been afforded things that you might have been afforded. I don't look at multimillionaires and think, why don't I have a yacht? Why don't I have a private jet? It's a mindset, I feel like.
Do you think that you maybe are stereotyping the folks?
Oh, I totally am, 100%. It's not, it works both ways. I'm definitely not a racist and I'm not bigot, but I think I hold a little bit of a stigma against people who are different. We don't want nomads, we don't want people who don't have roots. I just don't want that to be what my community is about.
I'm not a bigot. I just have a stigma against people that are different than me. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Like, what can you even say about these people, folks? They're just in your face as hardcore as to be racist. But I'm not racist. It's just fucking white America, goddammit. Fuck off, Karen. Name and shame. Not gonna go well for you, I don't think, Karen. You have been shit on pretty heavily, but here's another Karen for you, folks. Remember this crazy lady? This is a Michelle Baldwin. And now they're so desperate, folks. They're so desperate because there's no evidence whatsoever for widespread voter fraud at all, but that's their whole thing. They have to pretend there is so they can steal the election because they know they're going to lose horribly. So they just make up stories. Here he is making up a story about, hey, maybe there's lots of fake ballots in a barn somewhere. Sure, no evidence. I'm just making it up, but why not?
So could you have a more perfectly framed scenario for fraud? So in this kind of scenario, it is entirely possible that you could have ballots already filled out. In fact, they could be printed in China. They could be routed through various countries so you can't detect them, make their way into Minnesota, be in a barn somewhere until after the election day is over, you count up the ballots and you say, gee, how many more do we need? Oh, we're short 48,000? No problem. You go out, you haul the ballots in.
So what if aliens are interfering in our elections? What if ghosts have like a ballot stored in their haunted houses? Who knows, folks? Who knows? Trump 2020. Goddamn it, America. So ridiculous. Jesse Lee Peterson, one of the most ridiculous people to ever live. He's not too happy with Trump for nominating a woman for the Supreme Court. Let's see if he makes any good points in his argument against Trump's selection.
I personally believe that the president should have appointed a man. This woman is a liberal. Well, I don't know if she goes by liberal, but she's no different than the other feminists. She does not stay home and raise the children, at which tell me that this woman thinks that she's above men and that she is a man and that she can go to work and raise children and be like a man. This woman is on an ego trip like 90 going north. If she's not decent enough to stay home and raise the man's children, she's not going to think straight on the court. It's unfortunate that women are so insecure that they feel that they got to intrude upon everything that men do. Whenever women get involved with men issues, you got to lower the standards. It's not in her nature to come up to the standard of a man. But as you know, the world is the Old Testament, and women are being appointed to the world to run the world in order to destroy it. Men are the light of the world, salt of the earth, and they have a responsibility to represent that. As the women are representing evil, they're doing their job. They're representing their daddy, Satan.
My children can...
I'm starting to think he might be a little bit misogynistic. I don't know. You guys judge for yourself, but Trump supporters, right? Am I right? God damn it, America. And here's Dave Rubin. Just bought him a $4.5 million house, and they can't just say, I'm against white supremacy. They just can't say it outright. Unequivocally, I'm against white supremacy, full stop. They got to throw other shit in there to try to do this false equivalence. And one thing he threw in there to do a false equivalence to white supremacy is trans supremacy. Because, that exists, right, folks? Oh, you trans women want to be superior to us? You're ruling our society?
I want to disavow white supremacy, okay? I'm disavowing completely. I want nothing to do with it. I also want to disavow black supremacy. Not good. Don't want to do it. I don't like it, okay? I also want to disavow Asian supremacy, okay? We're not going to be doing that around here, okay? That's for sure. Jewish supremacy, no good. Sorry, Jews, not going to do it, all right? Latino supremacy, also not a good one. No mas, okay? We're not going to do that anymore. Gay supremacy, sorry, no, we're not doing it. I'm disavowing completely. Trans supremacy, no, I don't believe in it. And I want to be very specific about that when I'm talking about Decepticon supremacy. So that goes for Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, Shockwave, the whole Thundercracker, the whole crew. All right? No.
Gotta be fucking transphobic. Why not? Why wouldn't you throw trans people under the bus for no reason? Of course, only one of those supremacies really has any real effect on our society. But I know why you have to say that, because you know that is a huge part of your base. So why wouldn't you have to do the false equivalence like that? Of course you would. And let's see, what time is it? All right, I guess that's all my Chud Watch. I was going to do one more about this this professor who pretended to be a woman of color in order to brag about how he is sabotaging the efforts to spread racial awareness in his college. Hopefully they fire this motherfucker. Interesting story. If you haven't read it, Craig Chapman, Name and Shame. But I'm going to skip it for now, because we got to get a move on. Let me read the chat, see what you guys got to say. I hear the cats in the background. They're mad. Like, let me shut off your computer, Daddy. Let me in. No. Assholes. Amazing. Yep. He's beta. Hell, Satan. Do you love black people? Some of them. Not all of them. I don't love everybody, because some people are pieces of shit. We're going to cover a piece of shit later who attacked me, Rick Moranis. Seemed like he only attacked Rick Moranis because he was white. We're going to talk about that. Not for that. Not for hate crimes against white people, which exist sometimes. Bad. Some roots okay, I guess. He probably ain't got no problem with rich supremacy. All right, yeah, meow, meow, lots of meows. Let's check the super chats. Super chatty chat chat. What we got going on here? Julia, $5 Australian. Thank you for that. Cindy Bueno, $4.99. Thanks, Dusty. Hey, thank you, Cindy. Appreciate that. Good to see you. Jester Jerval, Chrysler Jerval, $50 Swedish. U.S. is going fascist, and the whole GOP have decided to rule without the approval of the people. Yep, I'm hoping it's going to come back bottom of the ass. I'm hoping they're going to get voted out in landslides. We'll see what happens. Space Shark, $3.99. Thanks for your show. Much love, much love. Love you, Space Shark. Appreciate that. $420, very generous. I'm going to take your question extremely serious. Fuck Gavin McGinnis. Hell yeah. And his inverse chin. I've seen him without the beard. He has no chin whatsoever. That's why he has that beard. I have a little bit of a chin, but that dude, holy shit, it's sad. Love of the cats and doggos. Appreciate that. I will buy them a special treat for you. Corey Davis, $2. Oh, supremacies matter. Hell yeah. Pretty funny. And Ninja Ultra 5. I don't know, whatever that is. Thank you for that. Appreciate Ninja Ultra. You rock. All right, let me continue on with the show. All right, next up, we're going to do a little segment I call, not like we haven't done enough Corona coverage already, but we have a short My Corona section, so I don't have my thing up for it, goddammit. Oh, goddammit. Anyway, my Corona. So, I had to look this up to see if this was true. First off, I'll show you this one. This is the state I live in, Mississippi. And our governor, Tate Reeves, becomes the first state to lift statewide mask mandates. Of course, Mississippi is doing that. Mississippi has one of the highest spreading of COVID-19. If Mississippi was a country, it would be the second deadliest per capita for COVID on Earth, just beating out Peru. Only tiny San Marino would be worse. But it's only the 7th deadliest U.S. state, so why wouldn't they lift the mandate on masks? And I had to look this up. Mississippi COVID milestones. 1 out of every 1,000 residents in this state is dead from COVID. That seems impossible, but it's true. 1 out of every 1,000 Mississippians has been killed by COVID. Holy goddamn shit. We're the laughing stocks of the country and the world for good fucking reason. We keep having these goddamn conservative, Trump supporter pieces of shit that don't give a shit about our lives. All they care about is money. And here's the difference. We're these fucking evil conservatives. When Trump gets coronavirus, Charlotte Clymer, who is a right-wing Trump supporter, we're going to fight for their safety, healing, and well-being, even when we know they wouldn't do the same for us, because that's who we are, and that kind of mindset prevents us all from getting into tragic situations just like this. But here she is when Georgia. Breaking, Georgia verifies 1,000 new COVID-19 cases 24 hours. Sips coffee, because it's a totally different story when they do it, right? Here's far-right COVID denialist, Max Lynn. Guess what party he's from? During a debate, showing his support for Trump by cutting up a mask. Look at this cringe shit.
And so again, symbolically, I want to cut these masks right in front of our viewers. I want to be the first Senate candidate and your first senator in the United States to say, I protest government telling us what we have to wear and telling us what our businesses are necessary and what are unnecessary. This is why
all the Republicans are coming down with COVID. They're fucking idiots that don't give a shit. So edgy. And folks, how can this be real life? These two tweets are literally 4 minutes apart. This is a former right-wing Republican congressional candidate. I think she ran against Nancy Pelosi, maybe. Deanna Lorraine. Does anyone else find it odd that no prominent Democrats have had the virus, but the list of Republicans goes on and on? I wonder why that could be. It must be a conspiracy. I wonder what 4 minutes later. What's more useless, Joe Biden or masks? Oh, God. It's beyond parody. Like I said that over and over again, but like, how can you make fun of these people? You can't. They do too good of a job of making fun of themselves constantly. Self-owns everywhere. And now it's time for our hero segment. Very small hero segment today, but God damn it, where's my heroes thing? I could look for it, but it's usually up here. And now I got all this other bullshit up here for no reason because I'm reading other bullshit that I don't need to be reading. We can be heroes for just one day. Rick Moranis. You guys know Rick Moranis. He was in Ghostbusters, and he was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And this fucking hero left his high-paying job in Hollywood as a movie star to raise and take care of his children. Awesome dude. So here he is, just walking down the sidewalk, minding his own business, and this black guy just walks up and punches him in the face for no reason. It seems to me this is probably a hate crime. And yes, sometimes black people do commit hate crimes against white people. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I know that there's society is oftentimes unfair against minorities and black people and makes them hate society and hate our system. But to take it out on all white people would be just as stupid as taking it out on all black people because this one black guy punched Rick Moranis. So I'm going to show you this video. It's back here. Over here, we see the mouse. It's Rick Moranis back here. This is the guy going to punch him, and then they're going to walk up. So let's see if we can find out who this guy is, because, oh, hell no, you don't punch Rick Moranis. Here he is. Just walks up, punches him for no reason, right? Piece of fucking shit. I love New York shirt. So anybody recognizes this guy in this stupid fucking shirt, let's find out who this motherfucker is. I think this is a hate crime. But maybe it's not. I have no idea. But, I wouldn't be surprised. God damn it. He's fine, though, folks. He had some, I think he hurt his hip and he hurt his ribs or something, and he had like a bruise on his face, but he's ultimately fine. So, terrible, terrible. Got to call it out on all sides, folks. No quarter for any of these motherfuckers. And tonight on the Hero segment, Cuomo made it. Which Cuomo is it? Chris Cuomo. He given Ted Cruz the business and finally saying to Ted Cruz what everybody should be saying to Ted Cruz all the time. It's clear you're scared of Trump. He called your wife ugly. You ain't got no spine, motherfucker. Admit it.
To get on it when you have
Chris,
power.
How about tell your brother to get on it?
My brother will stand for his own record. Why don't you
policy?
talk to the president the way you talk to my brother, Ted? You afraid of him? You think he'll smack you down at home?
Oh,
is that
yeah,
what it is?
I'm
Like he shut you up in the primary?
Cuomos. You guys
Not
are
the
really
Cuomos.
tough.
I'm talking about the president. My brother's not the president. I'm talking about the president, the one who called you a liar, the one who said your wife was ugly. That guy, you know.
Ooh, destroyed. The one who said your wife was ugly. What you got to say about that, Ted Cruz? Nothing. Because you are a coward. You are scared. No guts whatsoever. And now, folks, it's time for the Bad Cop segment. Got a short Bad Cop segment. I know a lot of people, you look away during the Bad Cop segment because it's very painful, and I understand that, but we got to cover this shit, unfortunately. So, Bad Cops, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they beat the shit out of you? Bad Cops, still bad, still out there. And first off on Bad Cops was this woman who was pulled over because apparently she was driving a car that earlier evaded police, and a man was driving it, and I guess she borrowed it from her sister. I don't know who was originally driving it. She didn't have any idea what was going on. The cops accused her of stealing the car. They pulled up with her and her kids, pulled guns on them, screamed at them, handcuffed her, and then drug her across the concrete while she was handcuffed.
Don't get all into it.
Kicked her in the stomach. You see that first? He kicked her in the stomach first. He claimed she was reaching for a weapon. Of course, she didn't have any weapon on her. They're liars, folks. They want to abuse you. They want to harm you. They want to hurt you. They get off on it. And they can lie. And people just automatically believe them. Here you go. I'll show you again. Here he goes. Kicks her in the stomach while she's handcuffed. And grabs her by her arms. Big tough man treating a woman like that, isn't he? I guess she wasn't handcuffed yet. Now she's handcuffed. Now he's going to handcuff her and drag her. Dragging her across, just dragging her across the knees, dragging her across the concrete while she's handcuffed. Why wouldn't you do that? Know they're on video. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. They have body cameras on. Don't give a shit. Because they know nothing's going to happen to them. Why would they give a shit? There is a roving band of thug criminals that the state has given illegitimate power over us to murder us and torture us at their whim. And that is the only opinion I'm allowed to have. I'm not allowed to really tell you other than that what I think about it. But so in Portland now, I guess carrying signs is illegal because fuck the First Amendment. Where are you at? Where you at, Proud Boys? Where you at, everybody that says you're going to stand up against the evil government if they encroach on the Constitution? Here they are indiscriminately macing peaceful protesters, torture, stealing their signs when they have every right to be out there and protest with signs. Give me that sign. No, motherfucker. I have a First Amendment right to hold this sign. They're going to mace this woman for no reason. Look. Yeah, you're recording me. You can't record the God men. We are allowed to torture you for recording us. Though they're not, but who cares? No one's going to do anything. Are we free yet? Are we great yet, America? And then they're going to mace this guy. Look, right straight up in his face. Mason. Just right up in his face. Put it right in his eyeballs and Mason. And take his sign. And then arrest him. And it's always been like this, folks. It's always fucking been like this. These thugs have always, they used to be the slave patrols, right? And now all of us are their slaves. All of us are here for them to abuse us. They're traitors to the Constitution. 100% traitors. Every one of these motherfuckers is a traitor to the Constitution. Any patriot should stand up and oppose them, but you don't, you fake-ass patriots. You're LARPers, you're pretenders. So this happened, I think this happened in May. This guy was walking down the wrong side of the street. When the video is starting, he's handcuffed, folks. There's 3 of them and he's handcuffed. Not a single one of them have been held responsible. After you watch this is going to make you mad. And then I'm going to read you the police statement about what happened. And it's going to make you madder, folks. He's handcuffed. Big tough man just wailing on him.
412. I didn't even do nothing.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He was walking around, sir. But who cares? Let's break your legs. Let's smash you in the kneecaps. Let's beat you, the 3 of us, like a piñata. Why are they allowed to do this? There's 3 of them. Why is it legal to torture people? Why is it legal to torture United States citizens? These doughy fat fucks who just get off on it.
Stop kicking!
So they claim they beat him because he tried to take one of their guns as his hands were handcuffed behind his back. Their words should be inadmissible in court, but be prepared to be mad, folks. This is what they said. This is their little response. Police union leader says HCSO deputies showed restraint in Reginald Arrington arrest. He's suing them now. This is just why I'm bringing this up. Happened a few months back. I never showed this clip before, but now he's suing them. The International Brotherhood of Police Officers. That sounds like a cool organization, doesn't it? That doesn't sound terrifying at all. An International Brotherhood. That's a gang name. This is a gang. Will represent all 5 Hamilton County Sheriff deputies accused of excessive force. In the case of Reginald Arrington, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't the Brotherhood of Police Officers represent you? Why wouldn't they have your back? We are the organization that represents the officers. We will be representing them through any of the internal affairs investigations that will go on, said police union spokesperson Vince Champion. Defund these motherfuckers. It wasn't a beating. It was trying to get the compliance that was needed and to use the force needed. Yeah, we weren't beating him. You didn't see what you just saw with your own eyes, folks. Yeah, there's 5 of us and 1 of him, but we weren't beating him. Nah. 95% of every video you probably ever seen, it doesn't look good. Our job doesn't look good on video. But if you're not willing to put the whole context of the video, you're not willing to have the due process of the investigations. Why don't you just put it out there and let the public make up its own mind? We've seen how that's going. What I really saw, in my opinion, is a lot of restraints from the officers. Champion told Channel 3. So yeah, you can't reform this, folks. They want you to believe them over your own eyes. They don't give a shit. I'm not allowed to have an opinion beyond that. We're almost done with this cop section, folks, and I'm sorry to say, it gets worse. So here they are about to arrest a disabled man in a wheelchair put him in jail for 9 hours, and charge him with menacing. Look how menacing he is.
Anybody see a coat?
Oh my God, so menacing.
I don't have a home. I live with you. Okay, I'm back. All right.
Yeah, let me squeak your arm. Yeah, who cares? Yeah. Big tough man. Look at him. I know it's angering, folks. You're supposed to be angry. We need to be angry. We can't look away. We can't pretend it's not happening, folks. We have to face the reality of what this country has become. What it's probably always been. Tweak his arm behind his back. Put him in jail for 9 hours. Charge him with menacing. All right, one more, folks. This is a little better. This is just a fucking tweet, but they lie so bad, they fucking lie. Here's what Portland police said. Press release. Officers assaulted during unlawful assembly in Kington neighborhood. Yeah, unlawfully assembly. They have every right to assemble. They have every right to protest, you motherfuckers. News release. Officers assaulted during unlawful assembly in Kington. A Portland police sergeant was sent to the hospital where? Where's his injuries? Where's the picture of that? Didn't show any of that. After being assaulted, and at least 5 officers were sprayed by chemical irritant. You mean mace? Did they get sprayed by your own people? Because you're the one spraying everybody with mace out there. During an unlawful assembly in Kington neighborhood on Monday, September 28, 2020, Portland police learned of a planned, unpermitted march initiated at Kenton Park. Officers observed participants carrying shields, wearing body armor and helmets. The posture of the gathering suggested that it would become violent. No, yeah! It suggested it would become violent from you! They're doing that to protect themselves from you because you're the violent ones rioting! As many such gatherings have been over the last 120 days because of you! To lower the likelihood that members of the gathering would use the shields to protect those intent on committing crimes, such as throwing objects at police, officers moved into the park and seized numerous shields. They wouldn't seize all their shit that they're using to protect us against you, the violent criminal thug gang members who are abusing and torturing them. And they stole this from the press. Press credentials, press jacket, no photos whatsoever, any cop search, just bragging about arresting and harassing the press. This is the press release they're literally putting out for themselves, folks. They don't give a shit. They get off on it. God damn it, fuck these motherfuckers. All right. That's all on my cop segment. Let me look at the chat real fast, what you guys got to say. Let me just look at this other chat over here. I think the guys with the super mace and the sticks look more menacing. Yeah, the guys with the super bear mace that are allowed to torture you and get away with it. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Ted Cruz's beard is consent yet. That's a nice looking beard. Gay supremacy sounds interesting. Hell yeah. Let's get on that. I want the lesbian supremacy. Don't believe the unions. No, don't believe any of the fucking cops. I'm usually for unions, but not police unions. Fuck those motherfuckers. This is America angering. Yes, anger rising. That is the correct emotion. A cop. Oh my God. Yes, yes. I understand. Restraint, not outright murdering people. Yeah, thank you for your restraint. Brotherhood. Yeah, they're Brotherhood. Literally a gang name. This is sick. Yeah, it is. I mean, what can you say? I know, Dusty. Now tell me we don't need a global revolution. I'm not allowed to have an opinion on that, so I can't tell you anything about that. Sorry. All right, let me check the super chats real quick. Denny Nerdnick, what's up, Denny? $9.99. Do you think if Trump makes a turn for the worse, and from COVID, do all the people who've died come back? Like, if you kill the original vampire of the 80s horror flick, I wish that were true, but nah. They all staying dead. It's permadeath, as far as I know, in this plane of existence. Sucks. Maybe that guy just didn't like Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghost. I don't give a shit. You do not punch Rick Moranis. Hell no. And John Paul Schultz became a member of the Dust Buddies. Welcome to the Dust Buddies. John Paul Schultz, you rock. Appreciate that. Spam the chats. Spam it with those emojicons. And we're in overtime, folks. 10 minutes in overtime. We're going to finish up all my material. Not, folks. We got one more section to do. And it is the what the fuck section. So time to get in your super chats. Last chance to get in your super chats if you want to. Because What the fuck? What the fuck? And first off on what the fuck, an incident of road rage. This guy decides to fire a gun through his own windshield at another passerby. I guess this guy he was following pulled up next to him and showed a gun, and he sped off, so he chased him at 100 miles an hour and fired his own gun at the guy. Because why wouldn't you do that, right? Here we go. Yeah, let me just fire right through my own windshield. Genius! Genius. That guy's, yeah, don't do that. He's taking his seatbelt off, thinking about jumping out of the car. What the fuck is wrong with you, you goddamn idiot? Yeah, you're gonna go to jail for that, you fucking moron. So stupid. And then I guess this is the guy he's chasing down. I guess the guy supposedly slows down, lowers his window, and cocks pistol. I guess that's what this guy did. So, he's like, oh, that guy just cut. Ah, well, I got a gun too, motherfucker. This is America. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. That's some crazy ass shit, dude. So, don't know what happened, but pretty sure he's in jail right now. Can't imagine he wouldn't be. And next up on What the Fuck? Folks, you want to know why America's such a shit show right now? It's because Trump has literally bribed these motherfuckers with millions and millions of dollars from the corona relief. I guess they call them loans, but they're actually grants. They don't actually have to pay it back. But he's bribed these people, these Christian evangelists, with millions of dollars in order to con their gullible flock into voting for him. And they're literally just gibbering idiots. Literally gibbering in this clip. And this is why Trump is president. This is why this is such a trash country. Let's look.
I'm voting for one nation under God. Our only choice is President Trump. You must pray and you must vote.
Why did God let Trump get corona then? If he's God's candidate. Doesn't seem like God likes him very much.
All start praying in tongues. You at home too.
All right, they're literally just gibbering crazy people, folks. But Trump still has a chance to win. And of course, we already know this. I told you this guys before, but they wrote another article recently. There was even more evidence that Trump secretly mocks his Christian supporters. But of course he does. Like, why wouldn't you mock these people? And the thing is that they don't even give a shit. These people don't give a shit that Trump mocks them. Because they are con artists. They know they're full of shit. But they also know that because they're televangelist con artists, Trump will never come after them. Trump will never do anything to them. Trump will never hold them accountable. And not only does he not hold them accountable, he gives them millions of dollars in bribes in order to con their flock. So none of them give a shit. They're all in it together, folks. They know what's up. And this video went viral this week. What do you guys think about this? So apparently, this girl was twerking inside this restaurant or something, and people were watching her and taking video of it. And her boyfriend outside saw her doing it and got really mad and stormed in. And do you guys think his reaction was justified, or he's a horrible woman beater?
Yo, what?
Wow. She's twerking. He's like, let me in. And yeah, so what do you guys think about that? They got 11 million views. A lot of different thoughts on that. Some people think that he's obviously violent, and they're worried about her. Some people are like, well, he's justified in doing that because like his girlfriend is in there twerking in front of other people when she thinks he's not around. Anybody would be upset about that. So what you guys think? Honest Red says, I mean, he has a point. No, he has a right to be upset. What's up, Honest Red? I know you out there listening. I don't care what the boundaries they set for their relationship are. The way he's acting is a bit ridiculous, though. Hopefully it didn't escalate. I personally feel it's a silly thing to get upset over. Yep. I don't give a shit about that. Twerk all you want to, as long as you ain't cheating on me. I ain't got no problem with it. And last on What the Fuck. This also could be a palate cleanser. This little boy is getting attacked by a bird. And he don't seem too happy about it. He peeling his little ass off. Scooting his ass off, look. That bird mad. He's like, what the fuck? Get away, bird. I didn't do that. You bird. Fall off. God damn it. Poor kid. Fun. Bird's an asshole, dude. Leave that kid alone. What'd that kid do to you? That kid steal your eggs or something? Don't know. Maybe the kid reminded him of the dude that murdered his bird wife or something. I don't know. And last but not least, folks, here's a little palate cleanser now. I have often thought, folks, that probably a lot of the UFOs that people have seen over the last couple decades are exactly like this. Now, once the public has technology like this is for those of you who are listening in audio, this is a flying saucer drone. It looks just like every flying saucer you've ever seen on any flying saucer video. And when the public has technology like this is created by somebody in the just a regular citizen. That means the government and the military has had shit like this for, decades. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if a lot of the UFOs that have been recorded in other decades were just the government testing shit just like this. And now that we have shit like this in the public, they have way better shit than this, they do. So that was my first thought on seeing that. What you guys got to think about that? 15 minutes overtime. That is all my material for tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. That's what you guys got to say. Scrolling. Keep the chatter scrolling. Helmet shouty. Yep. Ha. Yep. Poor kid. Don't panic. Just a bird. Punch the bird in the face. It'll be fine. Jealousy is a stinky cologne. Yes, it is, Specky Weasel. Insecurity. Religion is a mental illness. People get mad at me when I say that, but in a way it is. Medically it is for sure. This is hilarious. Probably. Let's see. I can hear Sterling Archer saying, "Muh." Two idiots with guns. Yep, for sure. That's America for you. Everybody's fucking stupid and got a gun. Don't punch your commandos. I know. Punch the like button. Absolutely. Hit that like button, everybody. It helps me grow the show. Leave comments. Do all that good shit. Make sure you subscribe, like, and subscribe. All that. I never say that shit, but nah, you should. You should like and subscribe. It's a good show, right? I work hard on it. Don't believe the unions. I already read that. Okay, cool. All right, let me check this, and then I'll finish up the super chats. So wired. Had a bird like flying into a glass door. The bird must have liked the color of the kid's shirt. Probably trying to fuck him. Horny bird. Playing Angry Bird. Yep, definitely a very angry bird. That was the best. All right, let me check the super chats. Super chatty chat. I don't know if I said John Ball Schultz became a Dust Buddy, but he did. Welcome to the Dust Buddy, John Ball Schultz. Rich Lotta gave me $5. Keep up the good work. I will, Rich. Keep supporting me. I'll keep doing it. I appreciate it. Good to see you tonight. E gave me another 20. Keep up the great job. I will, E. You have done an amazing job supporting me. I will keep doing that. Just for you. Thanks for what you do. It may soon become illegal. I know, right? Scary. I got to kind of watch what I say to make sure, but do it as long as I can. Ivy Evans, $5 for the fuzzies. Thank you, Ivy. Good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining us. This. $5. I wonder if Trump's prophecy film saw Trump getting COVID. I don't think so. I don't think God told him. God wanted to keep it a secret. Surprise, motherfuckers! And Krister Jerval, $20 Sweden. Did not read my super chat. I didn't. I thought I did. I saw Krister Jerval and I read it. U.S. is going fascist. The Hoji appeal decided to roll with the approval of people. Yeah, I read that. I read it and answered that. Were you in the bathroom or did you send me another one that didn't show up? I got your back, Krister Jerval, but thank you for the other one to let me know. Appreciate that. And IBM's $5. Shout out to Spanky Weasel. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Spanky Weasel. You rock, dude. I appreciate it. Now I knew it was your birthday. I wish I had your song queued up, but I don't have your song queued up. I have the other song queued up. But next show, I'll play your song again. Really appreciate that, Spanky Weasel. And folks, that's my time. eBay, support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/podcast. Link in the description of the video. Link in the description of the video to my SoundCloud. Link to where you can send direct tips. Link to my animal sanctuary. Amazon wish list. If you want to send presents to the dogs and cats, we really appreciate that stuff. They're loving everything you guys send them. They're having a blast now. Their lives are so much better for you guys supporting them. I really appreciate that. And P.O. Box. You guys can send me anything you want to from anywhere. It accepts FedEx. It accepts UPS. It accepts everything. And there's a link in the description of the video. to my P.O. box. So send me whatever you want to send me, and I will unbox it for you guys. I will be back on Monday, probably. I'm going to try, folks. I assume enough stuff's going to happen this weekend because shit continuously happens all the time. So I will be back on Monday, folks. I love the shit out of you guys. Thanks for supporting the show tonight. You guys stay safe out there. And as always, pray for Trump. Good night, everybody. Logic. Love you guys. This is the